Hello, everybody. Does the mic sound okay? Okay. I still got my new mic. I just gotta set it up. I got my new mic. Because yesterday my mic exploded and shat itself and scared all of chat and everyone in Discord VC. And I do have the new one. I just was admittedly a little lazy in setting it up, so I was like, I'll do it after this stream. I'm sorry, your mic did what? You did what? Basically, my mic was doing something really weird, and it like became loud and crackly, and then like made a really loud sound that jump scared everyone on like, and I couldn't hear any of it. So I didn't know what was going on. Like no one could hear me, and they were just, and I was like, no. So I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and it worked. But I'm just a little lazy in setting up the new one. I'm gonna set it up for the next stream probably. I just didn't really feel like setting it up. I've been kind of low energy today. But it's okay. Hello. I forgot I didn't switch over to the other screen. As I said, it's been a low energy day. But I'm excited. I wanted to play Touchstarved again because like a lot of like for people who backed it on Kickstarter, they're gonna get like early access to stuff soon this week, and I'm very excited. But I felt like it's been a long time since I ever just kind of did like just a full run through of the like basic stuff that they put in the demo. So I just wanted to do that for fun. I didn't really have a lot else going on today, so I was just like, I'm just gonna stream. If there's time after stream, maybe I'll do some art or something. But if not, I wanted to just play the game. Don't do that, Strapped. Hi, Vault. How are you? But yeah, very attractive gothic horror peoples. I'm excited to see Ace again. But playing BG3s have a problem. I hope you're having fun. That is understandable. Today, though, we are going to relax and play Touchstarved. Due to it being like a gothic horror type thing, there are more like quote unquote just like more unsettling or like very dark like sound effects and other things, like, so just keep that in mind. There's only like one really loud like sound at like really early on in the game that I remember that just had like a very like, I think it was like the sound of like wood breaking or something like that, and it's just like a really loud crack sound. So like just to give you a heads up so there's not too much of a jump scare. But that should be it for the loud sounds and stuff like that. Otherwise it's gonna be very low key. That's pretty much all I can say. I had a good day today. Like it was like, it's very low energy vibes. I ate more of my birthday cheesecake, which was nice. So I think that's all I have to report. And I yapped in Discord about Ensemble Stars because that is the type of person I am. Also, Wooby, I don't know if you play A Date with Death or if you've played it. I know it's been talked about in the server before, but like, they just announced the second game. They dropped the opening cinematic for the second game on YouTube. I'm like very excited. And like if you find like a Kickstarter for it, please let me know. I would totally back that. If they do happen to have a Kickstarter for it, please let me know. I would back that. But yeah, I'm just so excited. They heard like the calls and cries of the fandom and how like we all really like 5012. They really heard like how everybody really liked 5012. Yeah, exactly. That was I'm talking about it's me. I'm talking about me. It's me. I'm fandom. I let my best friend Milk know about it because we both love the game, and they really like the new character, the one that's the yellow one. I think it's 204. I can't remember. Is it 204? I think. I can't remember. No, it's Is it 204? Yeah, I think so. The one that just like has like the very slutty halter top on. Yeah, I was right. It is 204. Also, Wooby, we're gonna be a Reaper this time. You can like be the Grim Reaper. Like the soundboard you use is going to be accurate. You are going to be the Grim Reaper. Also they had like on the images on the Steam page, there's gonna be a color slider for all the hairstyles and stuff like that instead of just preset colors, and I was like, oh bless, thank you God. I'm so happy about that. That's like the best thing that they showed. I was like, color sliders, finally, thank you. And it's like full freedom on the hair color, like for like on a slider and stuff like that, and I was like, God bless. God bless. I'm really happy about that. I'm also really excited for their other game, Willow Mist Emporium, because it's so cozy looking. The demo for that one just came out and I really need to play it. I could play it on stream, but I was just like, either way I'm gonna play it, whether it's on or off stream. Willow Mist Emporium is so like I've been like eyeing it, monitoring it, just like watching it, and I'm like, give. But yeah, that is all from me yapping. I will pause music. Go to game. Let me see. Okay. I paused the tab is inactive when I tab out. The tab is inactive when I tabbed out. It paused right on this. Like I tried to pause it right on that. I'm still Wooby, I'm still scared about Leander over there. I'm still very concerned. I'm still very concerned. Oh, they did say for streamers to turn music down, but like they said to turn it off, but I feel like I should just turn it down because I don't really want to like turn it all the way off, but like let me go look at my audio settings real quick. It's already quiet, so okay, this is like I feel like this should be fine. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty quiet. I can turn it down just a little bit. Well, I need to come back on so I can tell. I need to come back on so I can... Does it sound like okay, sort of? You know what I should do? I should adjust it in OBS instead of adjusting it in the game. Because then, like, I won't be able to hear anything if I make it too quiet, but I can make it quiet for stream. That's what I should do. Okay, give me a second. It's gonna be muted real quick. Okay. All right. Now I'll unmute it. Let's see. Let's put it down here. You should still be able to... Can you still hear it? You should still be able to hear it. If not, let's see. I think it should be fine. Anyways. New game. I've missed this game a lot, so I'm excited. New game. I know! Them being like, turn it off. I'm like, aww. But the music is one of the best parts. I kind of wish this game had kind of what A Date with Death had, where it was like, you know how like A Date with Death had like the stream safe, quote unquote, stream safe like playlist, so to speak, or the idea that they could like put take the songs out that they were sure would get like copyright stuff. I kind of wish that this game also had that. Alas, it is okay. I'm excited. I did you know, funnily enough, I don't think I did all the new stuff that they did to update the demo. I don't think I did all of that. I don't think I did all of that. So maybe we'll see if I do find something new. I know all of this. And we'll put Moon, because that's the name I'm going to use when I play. Because I kind of want to make a Touchstarved like type OC design anyways. So we'll put Moon because that's probably what I'm going to do anyways. Also, can I just say, you know, the game's going to be good when this is a screen. You know the game's about to be good when there's a screen like that. Can you hear the music at all, or should I turn it up just a little bit? I made it really quiet, so... I could turn it up a little bit if you need me to. Given that there's no voice acting in this game yet, so... Oh, I don't have my water at my desk. Hold on. I think it's fine. Don't want to get in trouble for the music. Yeah. I got you. I mean, I'm going to be talking over it mostly. And also, like, again, when I tab out, it goes inactive like this. Let me just grab my water real quick. For those who heard that, I hit my chair with my foot. Okay. It's just because, like, I've seen some people who kept the music on and it seems like they're okay. Like, because I've seen people, like, make videos for it on YouTube and not, like, they didn't have it up loud. Just, like, they had, what you call it? they just had it up a little bit, so I was like, I feel like I should be all right. If the VOD gets muted or like needs to be taken down, I'll do that. But I think it should. I think that having it low on low volume should be okay. Okay. I will read a little bit, but I will also try to make sure I don't read too much and stress my throat out. Let me drink some water. Okay. Ooh, what path should we go with? I forgot you have to pick like the background. I forgot. Oh, pfft. That's gonna be funny. I mean, music playing and I just cut it out. This world began to unravel long before you were born. Mist. Sorry, it's fogfall. I normally go it has magic path. Sorry, Mama Moon came in to tell me something. Yeah, I could do that. I like that one, and I liked the one where it was like you are street smart. I liked that one. It all started with fogfall. Spectral mist bled from the seams where reality wore so thin it split, and from that fog emerged monsters, inhuman beings with unnatural powers. I wonder if we're gonna get the lore for this in the full game, or if they're gonna like keep it kind of like maybe for the art book or something else. Some possessed language and intellect, others were mindless beasts driven by little more than bloodshed. As unrest spread and cities fell, humans cowered in fear while monsters thrive amid the chaos. And then there's you. Give me... Oh, God. You don't know what you are, but one terrible truth is certain. You were born cursed, with hands that alter the minds of those you touch. Backstory time! Okay. So... I took the music off just right now because I'm sitting here. There's the Unnamed, the Exile, and the Alchemist. I think they changed one of them. I know they changed one of them. I think it was to either the Exile or the Unnamed. One of those. I remember they updated a path. Here, I'll put my other music back on real quick. While I look at this. Raised as an oracle in a remote temple, the priest claimed your touch bestowed enlightenment, but a visiting mage revealed your curse for what it is. Spurred on by the mage's word, you fled in search of the cenobium. Rarely experience unnatural premonitions that rally your body and soul. That one's like having a sixth sense, I remember. That changes the dialogue to like you have a sixth sense for things. And like I think it mostly showed itself in the game when it was like when bad stuff was gonna happen. You had like basically we had spidey senses. I remember that a little bit. I think I did Exile, or I did whatever was like used to be the Exile like stuff. It was like Exiled Life, Farm Simulation. Let me see, is it this one or the other one? Oh, you know what? No, I think I was the Alchemist because I see over here it's like you were an exiled mage took you in. Wasn't Spice Sense Oracle? Probably. So maybe it was the Unnamed they changed, or you're probably right. I wish I had like a screenshot of it. I'm sure someone already does. I think whatever one I did before was what this used to be. What, like, the Exile, I feel like, or, like, because I remember there was one where it was, like, you were really, like, street smart type vibes, and I feel like it's kind of the Exile, I think, but at the same time, I don't know. I just remember they were, like, you have street smarts or something. It was something similar. I think the first time I played, I did, like, the Exile, or if it was, I don't know if it was still named the Exile, but yeah. I just remember like being the intuition for detecting danger, seasoned survivalist thing. I think for this one though, we'll do Alchemist because I remember that one the most. Like, because I remember that one about like the, she was like your teacher, but then turns out she was actually you were like a research subject. Because I think that's just a really angsty plot of just like, oh, this person took me in, and she was like a mom and a mentor, and then turns out she was crazy. I think for this one we will go ahead and do. We'll do this one. One of my D&D characters' backstory in a nutshell. Yes. Okay, but real talk, I know that they're gonna probably like. I know some of this art is probably gonna get like updated or replaced and stuff like that. Like I know like it was very basic looking or quote unquote basic, looking like the very simplistic, minimalistic art style. But like I actually liked some of this art because I know some people were like, "Oh, this very simple like art style," but I actually like what they did with it. I just thought about it because I see like the buildings and stuff over here. The wasteland stretches as far as the eye can see. There's nothing out here but death. The ever-present stench of decay and countless sun-bleached bones cast like seeds across the barren land. I could say death doesn't scare me, but honestly, I'm desperate. It's been 2 weeks since I joined a caravan bound across the wastes. Finding a group that would accept me was a trial in of itself. I can hide my hands and deflect probing questions, but sooner or later, people always suspect something strange about me. As rations grew sparse and canteens ran dry, tension rose. Despair began to set in until I saw it. That's so pretty! Can I just say from like an artist's point of view that using these colors together is really good? Okay. Oh. I'm sorry. Sorry, just suck. Sorry, keyboard disappeared. You're fine. It was just I'm sorry, that's just really funny. Hi, Shu. I was so confused. Oh my god. No worries. Welcome in. Alright. Continue. Iridia, the city of knowledge, one of the last bastions of humanity left in the world, and home to the famous academy called the Cenobium. That's so pretty, man. All the world's knowledge gathered in one place. If there's anywhere I'll find a cure for my curse, it's there. All that stands between me and a new life is a final stretch of salt-soaked wastes, or so I think, until I see the first tendrils of fog snaking beneath the wagon. Uh-oh. These colors are so pretty. I can't get over it. The red is such a good contrast against all these greens. It's so... Oh, heads up, there's a very loud noise coming up. There is going to be a very loud noise coming up. Or... I turned the audio of the game down, so it probably shouldn't be too loud for y'all, but just as a heads up, in case it still is. Is this fogfall? My stomach sinks at the very whisper of it, a silent storm, more devastating than fire, dangerous in cities, but a death sentence beyond them. We're in danger. A thick blanket of fog engulfs us, snuffing out the lantern's light. The wagon lurches to a stop. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. An eerie silence heavy as the mist falls over us. The only warning we get is a strangled scream. Stay back! I'm so glad they have shaking text boxes. The cry dissolves into wet gurgling. Yes, that sound is so loud in my ear, but it should be fine for y'all. Then the wagon violently pitches to the side. I hit the ground hard. The air punched out from my lungs. When I opened my eyes, adrenaline lent sudden, awful clarity to the carnage around me. Show me the ugly monster. Show him to me. Audio didn't startle, no worries. Yeah, I tried to keep it low because when I played that like on normal volume, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my god. A trader I once shared bread with lies face down in the mud, their back reduced to long strips of torn muscle, gleaming gristle and exposed bone. Bodies litter the wasteland. So if you didn't know, this is kind of a gory horror game. You just won't see it. It's described. Yes, ugly monster. Wooby, I love the soulless. I try to rise, but my ankle explodes with pain so blinding white blooms across my vision. Only when my eyes finally adjust do I see the dark shape before me. Yes! I love them so much. Ugly monster, I love you! I just love monsters that have a ton of eyes. This is like up my alley. I love monsters that have so many eyes. A soulless stoops over the twisted form of a caravaner. I freeze, but it swivels its head. A dozen bulging eyes twitch in my direction and blink as one. The soulless lets out an ear-splitting screech and charges at me. Well, we're gonna die. But right before it reaches me, the beast barrels past, vanishing into the mist. A horse screams in the distance. I need to move now. What should we do? This can only go poorly. There's an attempt. Run, bitch! Literally. When you're looking at the protagonist and like, run, bitch, run. She's a runner. She's a track star. I take off running deeper into the haze. The fog is so thick that I fear I'm headed in the wrong direction until I see a dim pinprick of light emanating from the shadow of a spire. It's faint, but it's enough. I came too far to die here. Rapid footsteps echo all around me. I turn in circles, frantically searching the opaque mist for the source, but the fogfall twists and stretches sound. Suddenly, the caravan's driver bursts forth from the fog. Our eyes meet too late. He knocks me to the ground and slips in a patch of mud. The soulless instantly falls on him. Uh-oh. Bye. 07 to the caravan driver. We barely knew you. He catches the driver by his throat and rakes his stomach with razor-sharp claws. He comes apart like wet paper, spilling intestines and viscera in a streaming tide. 07's to the caravan driver. It was either the driver or you. Yeah, no. Survival. We gotta survive, man. Blinking as one is a little off-putting, but unsynchronized blinking would be just as bad. Yeah, I think it's just the massive eye. Finding the urge to heave, I claw frantically through the slippery muck for a handhold. Shit! My hand catches on the jagged edge of a rib jutting up from the water. My bandages unfurl around the gouge torn deep into my palm. This is such a good opening for a game. Can I just say? But the pain's quickly forgotten when a hand closes around my wrist. Hey, we're in danger. Can you stand? One of the travelers from the caravan leans over me. We need to run. They reach for my hand and I realize too late that my bandages have come undone. No, don't touch me. Do not touch. No me toques. The sensation of their thumb brushing the back of my hand sends a shiver down my spine. All it takes is one touch, and in the space of a breath, my curse takes hold. Their lips peel back in a deranged grin. Oh, this dude never had a chance. 07's to the random NPC. No, I've seen this face countless times before. This is my curse, madness of my own making. Their grip on my hand tightens until pain radiates from my knuckles. Let me go. Suddenly, clammy hands crush my throat, choking off my breath. No. I remember when I first played this, I was so scared. Like, not scared like the horror stuff, I was just scared for the protagonist. I was like, no. Spit bubbles at the corners of their mouth and flex my face. The edges of my vision dark as my lungs streak for air. Well, we can't scream, so. My nails gouge deep into the trousers, but no matter how much blood I draw, they don't flinch. The more I struggle, the tighter their grip grows. My pulse hammers in my ears, slowing with each thudding beat. This can't be happening. I'm going to die, and not because of the fogfall or the solace, but because of my curse. No. This part was I was so locked in. Tears sting my eyes. No, 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 not here. Not like this. But then their hands drop from my neck, leaving me wheezing for air. My lungs burn with each ragged cough. My vision clears and the traveler's face takes shape, hovering inches from mine. Lips still split in that... My brain could not read that word, I'm sorry. I was like... And my brain went blue screen at the word. Smile. Oh my god. I was like, what? When your brain just blue screens at a word you don't get to see all that often. Even as blood seeps between their teeth, they give one last shuddering breath and slump over, the claws hooked through their stomach. Yeah. Like, my brain just was like... my brain was like, what is that word? I've seen it. It's like one of those, like, just, you don't see this word often, so you just don't know. Sometimes off the top of your head. The soulless shoves the body aside, its glowing eyes narrow as they're grinning. Ow. I don't like that crack sound. There's a flash of claws. Red spills across my vision. I thought there'd be pain, but as I sink into the murky water, all I can feel is the grit of silt filling my mouth and the icy embrace of shallow water. I spot an arm resting among an outcrop of reeds, mine neatly severed at the elbow. It should have taken both arms. Without them, maybe I could have survived. Maybe I could have had a home. Instead, I'll die cold and alone in a desolate wasteland. A fitting end for a monstrosity like me. That prologue is so good. I'm sorry, that's such a great prologue, because, like, it just immediately had me hooked. Love when stories do that. If this is death, it's not as bad as I feared. The cold is gone, as is the choking stench of bog water. I could drift forever, cocooned in oblivion, until all thought and sensation vanished. No curse, nobody howling at me in madness and terror, nothing at all. The thought has a terrible appeal to it. But I take a reflexive breath and air pours into my lungs, then out again in a ragged gasp. And sounding it out never works. Rendezvous was my bane, yeah. Certain words are just like, you don't see them all that often, so you're just like, huh? Huh? Feeling comes flooding back, warm cloth on my bare skin, a firm surface underneath me, a strange tang of sulfur in the air. I forgot we meet you first. I mean, I knew, but, like, my brain. I'm not going to be able to do voices. I'll just be so real. I'm not going to be able to voice people. Do not be afraid. But what if I am afraid? I twist my head toward the voice. Tears flood my bleary eyes at the bright bright glow of lamplight. Try not to move. The voice is calm, steady, and commanding, but more importantly, it's a stranger's voice. One thought cuts through my mental fog. I have no idea who this is, and I'm completely at their mercy. Stay away from me. My words come out in little more than a creaky whisper. I clamp my mouth shut, hating how weak and helpless I sound. No. No. Who the hell is this? Who the hell are you? He's so Zhongli flavored. Given that we are currently unable to really do much of anything, I think this is like the logical thing. Of course you want to try, but I just think it's gonna end the same way. The illusion of choice. I let myself slump back against the thin pillow, wincing. The motion jolts my head. Ah, a cooperative patient. Thank you. The words swim in one ear and out the other without much comprehension. I pull the sheet up higher, wiping my eyes until my vision clears. God, he's so beautiful. Hold on. I need, Oops, sorry. That was my bad. I rewound by mistake. I will skip through that. I meant to just scroll, OBS real quick. Because I was just gonna say, I need, where is it? I needed that. I needed that sound. I needed that sound. The stranger towers over my prone form, warm light limbs, his pristine medical coat. He is so pretty. Oh my god. God. He's so tempting to do like his route first, just because he's so pretty. I instinctively shrink back, and that's when I realize that I'm completely naked except for a thin linen sheet. Naked, lying on a low cot with a pair of sharp golden eyes watching my every move. The man's gaze flickers to my exposed, unbandaged hands. I plunge my hands under the sheet, though it's too late. He must have noticed what they look like. Strange, cursed, inhuman. I brace myself for his inevitable disgust, but his courteous smile lingers. He just watches in placid silence as I struggle to make sense of my surroundings. Where am I? Who are you? Who are you? Whoopi, I never realized, who are you gonna go for first when you play the game? Be calm. You're safe here. Whoever this is, he clearly has no idea who or what I am. I've never been safe anywhere with anyone. Even my own mentor, my teacher, thought I was nothing but a convenient specimen to be used and discarded. I gotta go for Vare. I could see that. Was he your favorite when you played? I scowl, pulling the sheets protectively around myself. Where are my clothes? The man's golden eyes narrow slightly. A sharp sigh rustles the papers in his hands. I see you are not to be dissuaded. Your clothes were torn to shreds when I found you, but I procured replacements. Show me. Show him to me. With a soft creak, he rises from his chair, giving me a better view of my surroundings. Okay, but this over here, love this. Fuck you mean that makes sense? No, I was just thinking about like aesthetic wise. I would have thought you might have gone, like, if I had to pick anyone else, I would have thought Whoopi you would go for like maybe, I don't know, Ace. I don't really feel like Leander or Min or like, if I'm just thinking about like aesthetics, I would have thought like maybe Ace, and then Vare is also kind of like aesthetic wise. I'm just thinking about like, I'm genuinely thinking about your Final Fantasy character. I'm genuinely thinking about your Final Fantasy character, so I'm just like, it gives the vibe. But like in terms of like other characters I've seen you like, it just seems like Vare and Ace. I can't believe he's typecasting my boys. I'm just saying, as a friend, that would have been Ace and Vare, the like assumptions I would have made. I did not think about it just didn't seem like Leander or Min, and I had no idea about Kuros at all. Personally, I've never played. It's my first exposure. Touchstarved is so good. This game is so good. It's been in the works now for like 2 years, openly, like publicly. I'm sure it's been in the works longer, but yeah. I'm getting attacked in chat. You are not getting attacked. When you're good friends, you get the Listen, Wooby also knows my types as well. This looks like a medical clinic. Bottles of silvery alchemic concoctions line the counters in neat rows. The air makes my nose twitch, a faint whiff of smoke and something distinctly metallic. Oh, pretty. So pretty. God. Slay! Slay! He's so pretty. The doctor produces a large, dense bundle of cloth, which he sets at the foot of my cot. He's easily a head taller than most, and I have to crane my neck to look at him. Could you like give me some personal space? Personally, I think it's safe to be nice instead of like being hostile. I should be polite if I can, especially since I don't know who this is, what he can do, or what he wants with me. Exactly. And yeah, literally, he literally patched us up. So like, there's no reason to be so aggressive. I just think, especially since like this reasoning is what I would do. Like, I don't know who this is, what he can do, or what he wants with me. Like, I shouldn't be immediately hostile, because that just could get me killed anyway, you know. Thank you. You are very welcome. I will leave you to get dressed. With a curt nod, he leaves through a narrow door. Slay! Slay! I hear a soft click as the lock turns behind him. When I don't hear any more footsteps, I reach for the bundle of clothes. An itch on my elbow stops me short. I reach down absently to rub at it, then freeze when my fingers meet a neat line of stitches. I know what I saw. That beast took my arm clean off. And yet, the limb shows no sign of injury apart from the black stitches poking through my skin. I gingerly flex my fingers, feeling my heart race at the sensation. This is impossible. I should be dead, or at the very least, gasping out my last breaths. I squeeze my eyes shut, waiting for the pleasant dream to unravel, to wake up and find myself bleeding out in the swamp. But nothing happens. The seconds tick by and my arm remains resolutely healed, my surroundings pristine and quiet. In numb disbelief, I grab the replacement clothes and begin stiffly pulling them on. They're thicker and warmer than mine were, bundled with a black woolen cloak. The cloak! Sorry. Can't believe he gave us an Organization 13 coat. But there's one thing still missing, my bandages. The doctor didn't leave me with any, though I know he saw my hands. I slide off the bed and take a few unsteady steps toward one of the drawers. If this is indeed a doctor's clinic, there must be bandages somewhere. I start opening drawers at random, and of course that's when the door swings open. Are you looking for something? I whirl around, clutching a thick roll of clean bandages. I try to step back from him, but my legs bump against the cot. Your caution is understandable, though if I meant you any harm, you would know. That doesn't make me feel any better in the slightest. But he makes no move toward me, so I quickly wind the bandages around my hands. The glowing scars and mottled skin disappear under a layer of clean, white cotton. The bandages are back. May I ask why you need additional bandages? I can help if you tell me what ails you. I doubt it. Traveling to Iridia was a gamble born of desperation rather than hope. Nothing has come close to curing my curse. And yet, my left arm twitches, the arm that was severed before my very eyes. The doctor's unblinking gaze follows my every move. It's clear he won't drop this without some sort of answer. The bandages protect me, and they warn others to stay away. I've tried every way of covering my hands, and this works best. Most people avoid touching me as soon as they see the bandages. Hello, Zerker. An illness, then, or a less mundane affliction spread by contact. I flinch. He doesn't even sound surprised, and that's far too close to the truth for comfort. Glare at him. I'm sorry. I just need to put this in chat. I know it cuts the music out, but it's just like we just look at him like this. Where is it? We just look at him like look in the chat on stream. He just looks at us like we just look like glare. That's the glare we must give in his perspective. That's what we must look like to him. If we glare at him, it's just like he just sees like a small cat glaring. It's like, okay. The least intimidating glare. That would be if I tried to glare at somebody. Well, Silas' point of view, it literally. When MC tries to stare at him or try to glare. Well, it's personal, and I don't really want to get into it. I have treated every affliction under the sun. I may have the answers that you do not. An involuntary snort of laughter escapes me. Where would I even begin? Would he even believe me if I told him? I shake my head. I need to know more about this doctor before he figures me out. Who are you? You may call me Karas. He's so pretty. I can't. I keep staring at him. And where exactly am I? Iridia, which I assume was your caravan's destination. I can think of nowhere else for a group of travelers to go. Iridia, so I made it to the City of Knowledge after all. I should feel relieved, but all I can manage is a vague sense of increasing unease. How did I end up here? I brought you to my clinic, of course. You were the only survivor from the caravan, barely clinging to life. You needed immediate treatment. Which you provided. Yes. He says it so simply as if I'm a small child and he's explaining basic addition to me. I frown and flex the fingers on my recently healed arm. Aside from being a bit stiff, it feels fine. Thoroughly attached to me. You're saying that you stitched my arm back on. Pardon? A Solus attacked the caravan. It ripped everyone to shreds. It tore my arm clean off. But when I woke up here, I spent my entire life learning from a Cenobian mage, and I know of no alchemy or magic that could reattach a severed limb. Even if he somehow could heal me with magic, I should be able to detect traces of it, but I sense nothing out of the ordinary. Don't worry about it. Literally, don't worry about it. Sorry, now it's all I can think about. It's just like, shh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Source, trust me, bro. Literally. That's the source. The doctor, Karas, pinches the bridge of his nose. He sits back down in his chair, quiet for a long time. I do not know where you come from, but Iridia is the city of knowledge and deadly secrets alike. Information is power, and one should not give or receive it freely. Since you refuse to divulge your secrets, I will not divulge mine. I do not even know your name. You are new to Iridia, so I will overlook this specific breach of etiquette. Do not expect others to extend the same courtesy. Do you understand? He glances at my freshly bandaged hands. Loath though I am to admit it, he has a point. I'm a complete stranger to him, yet he saved my life. I take a deep, steadying breath. This time when I speak, I sound a bit more like myself. Moon. My name is Moon. It is a pleasure to meet you, Moon. He's so pretty! Have you ever heard that audio of just like, oh my god, she's so pretty? That's how I feel, but about him. Like, I can't. His design is so, like, it's one of, even though he's not one of the, like, love interests I'm the most interested in, he's just, like, design-wise, he's one of my favorites. He's so pretty. Oh no, he's hot, literally. But, like, about every character in this game. There's a little more warmth in his smile, his polite demeanor back in an instant. I should probably say thank you instead. I think I already did, but it would be better. Thank you for saving my life. I chance a smile in return, even if he won't explain how he did the impossible. There's no doubt in my mind that I'd be dead if not for Cross. Think nothing of it. I'm not sure if he's just being excessively courteous, but his words only raise more urgent questions. I have to ask, why did you save me? Illusion of choice. Why did you save me? You don't know me. The question seems to startle Cross. His eyes! They're so pretty. I could hardly leave you to die in the wastes. Assisting those in need is the very essence of a doctor's duty. I've never met a doctor who also handed out free clothes. My fingers find the edge of the cloak. There's a subtle but delicately embroidered pattern around the hem. I try not to think about what price Cross might demand for such well-made clothes. No, I suppose not. Forgive my presumption. I rarely come across such a fascinating patient. I blink. What did he just say? I simply meant that few would cling to life so resolutely or brave such a perilous journey to Iridia. I could not help being curious about you. His voice dips into a soft murmur, and he abruptly looks away from me. You're pretty curious yourself. Am I? Well, I haven't forgotten about my arm. I wiggle my intact fingers at him. Grabby hands. Clearly not. But you haven't asked me for any payment either. I require none from you. Travelers do not have an abundance of coin, and leaving you destitute in a strange place would be unethical. I fall silent, unsure of what to say. Nobody would help a horror like me for free. For free? There has to be some kind of catch or trick, right? A loud knock at the door. That was not a loud knock, but okay. A loud knock at the front door stops our conversation cold and spares me from having to say anything else. Duty calls. Unfortunately, you are not my only patient today. The knocking grows more insistent, and Cross lets out a tired sigh. Please wait. Though he says it quietly, the clamor on the other side of the door abruptly stops. Do you need anything before you leave, Moon? Oh. Between the Soulless attack and my miraculous survival, I'd almost forgotten why I came to Iridia in the first place. I need directions to the Cenobium. The Cenobium? The look on his face is downright chilling. He pauses, choosing his words with cold deliberation when he speaks again. Whatever you seek, it is very unlikely you will find it there. The Cenobium's gates open for precious few visitors, and even if they opened for you, you would not like what you found inside. My heart sinks. Is he saying that I came all this way for nothing? Risk life and limb for nothing? No, that can't be. I've only just arrived, and Iridia is the largest city still standing. There has to be a cure for me here. Then, if not the Cenobium, where would you suggest? Do you know anyone else in Iridia? I shake my head. Then I suggest a local guide. Head to the Wetwick and ask for Leander, the leader of the Adderstone. Excuse me, the wet what? It's what? Just like, it's what? It's like, excuse me? Oh my god. I'm sorry, just the reaction. The wet what? The wet wick. He sounds deeply unamused. Follow the Adderstone postings. They're difficult to miss. When you meet Leander, tell him I sent you. That isn't much to go on, but Karas points toward the back door. You will be safe so long as you do not draw attention to yourself. Local strip joint. That's easier said than done. I've always been a magnet for the worst sort of attention. If you require my assistance, you may return whenever you wish. Though he's smiling, there's a note of finality in his voice. Resigned to my dismissal, I slip out the back door. Bye. I find myself standing in a narrow and rather gloomy alley. I pull the new cloak up over my nose, stepping over the contents of empty chambered pots. Emptied chamber pots. I said empty. I said empty chambered. Something weighs heavily inside one of the cloak's pockets. My coin purse. Every last coin that I'd scraped together for the journey to Iridia is still inside. The purse doesn't even look like it was opened. There were so few coins to begin with, they probably weren't worth stealing. I glanced back at the clinic's closed door. Karas didn't take any payment. He didn't even ask for a future favor. But he also said that in Iridia's secrets are power. Does he expect me to give up mine at some point? That's not exactly a comforting thought. Still, no matter why he did it, Karas gave me a second chance and a lead on where I might find help. Yes, let's go to the crazy bitch. Time to go to the crazy bitch. Oh, did I read that one? Okay, let me... Oh, also I should probably drink some water since I'm reading. I was already on it. I'd better get going before he changes his mind. I squeeze out of the alley and into the crowded main street. The line outside Karas's clinic stretches down the road. Two thin peddlers queued alongside weathered elders. If any place is in desperate need of a free clinic, it's this one. Oh, thank you for the stretch, Wooby. The cobblestones are treacherously rough under my feet. Deep grooves worn between them by regular flooding and decades of hard use. I knew Iridia was a river city, but I didn't expect it to look so eroded. The buildings are they're tired and dilapidated, all crammed together in narrow streets. A child darts by, clutching something greasy wrapped in paper. The smell of fried food drifts over me, and my stomach gives a faint gurgle. Fried food. The idea of fried food. Right, this moment sounds really good, but I don't even eat that much fried food. The sound of it, though, sounds really good. This morning's catch, fried up hot and fresh. Not too many eyeballs today. That sounds disgusting, but I'm starving, so I duck my head under the stall's grubby awning. I'm glad. I love MC. That sounds disgusting. Why are you talking about eyeballs? Gremlin. Literally. I love that more people are making like MCs like just more like to the point of how they feel and just like gremlin chaotic energy. A large fish leers up at me, its three bulging eyes still visible through the thick layer of crispy batter. Ew, why didn't you take them out? The vendor gives me a gap-toothed grin. What's the cheapest thing you've got? The vendor points at a metal basket of what looks like long strips of savory fried dough. Fresh long, lads. 3 copper apiece. Don't burn your mouth. I take the coins out, counting them gingerly. At this rate, I might not even be able to afford dinner. Reluctantly, I drop the payment on the counter and take my meal. This is so... I just love the vibe of this place. The vibe is so immaculate. Mwah. Chef's kiss for the vibes. I'm sure it's filled with protein and other things. We gag, yeah, literally. 2 streets later, I pass under a wrought iron archway adorned with dangling garlands of red and pink lilies. The buildings in this quarter are a dizzying riot of color, painted walls and tinted glass everywhere I look. Sheer red and pink curtains flutter in open doorways. Musical voices call out invitingly. Incense mingles with the pungent scent of flowers, barely covering the salt and musk of warm bodies. This must be Iridia's entertainment district. You know, you're like, ah, I see where we are. I'm polishing off my food and dusting the crumbs from my hands when I spot a poster. You walk around and you're just like, ah, I know where we are. This is a red light district. It features the silhouette of a smiling man wearing a single dagger-like earring and the words, "The Adderstone," printed above his head. I pause before the poster. What a curious choice of name. A semi-precious mineral that draws out poison. Important. This is so important. I feel this is important. I just feel like that's really important. If Leander is the leader of the Adderstone, then the face printed on the poster is most likely his. I follow the line of identical posters around a corner and nearly hit my head on a precariously dangling wooden sign. Looking up, faded orange letters read, "The Wet Wick." The facade of the building looks like it's seen better days, but I hear faint music and laughter coming from inside. We're home. It's not even midday yet. The wick. Sorry, I can't. Yet it's packed. A loose collection of Iridians crowd the bar, taking up the tables and gathering in the spaces between. They speak amongst each other in hushed voices, their faces drawn and grave. A cursory glance doesn't turn up anyone with a dagger-shaped earring, and I'm considering searching the bar when a loud voice carries across the room. Now, I'm no prior or curator. I'm not much for paperwork or pencil pushing. And honestly, I don't even think those robes come in my size. I crane my neck, but the crowd is too dense for me to see the speaker. Gather around. I want to show you all something. It's time to hiss at the crazy bitch. There's no time to move out the way. The audience surges toward the center of the room in a sudden torrent. I'm caught and swept along with them. Hey! The clatter of falling chairs and tables being shoved aside drowns out my complaints. I thrash and throw out my elbows as heavy bodies press into mine. My hips knock into a table. I grip it, holding on tight to steady myself, but the crowd is stilled. A pair of gilded boots stride across the tabletop. It's crazy, bitch. There's just man booba on my screen. I forgot they don't just start the thing by looking at his face. We have to look at this first. Okay. If you want nothing but guidelines and practical policies and needless bureaucracy, you know where to go. They were like, you have to look at this first. They were like, you gotta look at this first. This comes first, then his face. Drag my eyes upward. A man towers on the table in front of me, arms spread as he addresses his rapt audience. But I'm not gonna wait around. I'm not gonna wait for word from on high. His impassioned words provoke nods and excited whispers. He's so crazy, man. They had no right making him hot, because this dude is about to be so crazy. But nothing is as captivating as his brilliant smile. He beams at the crowd around him, a performer on his makeshift stage. And unlike those clerics, I don't need the abbess's approval to cast a spell or two. As he raises his hands above the audience, the dagger-shaped earring dangling from his left ear catches the light. It seems I found Leander. What is wrong with this man? That is literally like just the quote of Leander in general for me. I want to know, like, it's so clear, like, he could easily, like, he could easily be the yandere, like, trope. Like, he could be. Not saying he will be, but, like, he's so sus and scary. It's because, like, you know how they say, like, the scariest things are hidden under, like, the prettiest appearances and stuff like that? It's giving Siren, to be honest. Like, his energy gives off, like, it's giving the, like, he's so pretty and he's so nice, but he's like lulling you into like a false sense of security type thing. Even though he doesn't have like obviously any siren motifs, it would be really funny if that's what he ended up being. But he seems to be partially like one of the, like, he's the only like one that's not like full like crazy like creature type design as far as we know. It's just giving siren vibes, that he's so charming, yet he's very suspicious. Like, literally, like when you said, tell me your secrets. These are our streets. We make our own luck here. He snaps and a flash of pale green light erupts from his hand. Also, the fact that he often does like lilies and stuff, I'm so the meanings of all like his stuff, like I want to pay attention to. He's got the dagger stuff, but he's got the adder stone, he's got lilies as like a flower and stuff like that. I'm just like, part of me wonders if he's like part of me wonders if like he's almost like undead, so to speak, or like immortal or something. Like, lilies are often used for like funerals. Sometimes you don't have to use them for funerals, but like it's one of their uses, like for bouquets that you use for funerals. I'm just wondering, like, is he immortal or something type? I don't know. It's a huge red flag. He's literally, Leander is probably like one of the biggest red flags in this game. And he's literally the most unassuming. Because you're like, oh, he's so charming. And like, first thing you're like, he's so charming, he's so pretty, and he's so nice. Man could be a lich for all we know. Wooby, if that, bruh, imagine, is that the Grim Reaper? Imagine he's a Reaper, that would be, or like a lich, that would be crazy. I would love that for him. Especially because magic and he isn't affected by the Yep. With a flick of his wrist, Leander conjures a ribbon of glittering light. A delicate flower stem sprouts from between his pinched fingers. One by one, glowing lily petals unfurl. Leander raises the flowers with a flourish, and the bar bursts into clapping and cheers. My mouth hangs open, and not just on account of the impressive performance. There was no incantation, no spell circle. I've never seen such a beautiful and intricate spell cast so effortlessly. With skills like that, it's no wonder Cross sent me here. Yeah, because his magic is different, too, than, like... Because, like, if you use this path and you see, like, how, oh, he's using magic, like, without, all the other stuff, Like, obviously, if you did a different backstory, you wouldn't know, like, some of this stuff. But, like, knowing it, it's like, he casts his magic so easily, it has to come from a different source. Also, like, the green that they use for him is sometimes just makes me think of like undead stuff. It's really pretty, but also like it just gives that vibe. Leander plucks the shimmering flowers out of the air and turns in a slow circle. Now, who could use some good luck? Eager onlookers scoot closer to the table, but Leander's cool green eyes slide right over them and lock on me instead. How about you? My chest grows tight. Suddenly I'm in the spotlight. Every introvert's worst fear. It's me. I'm introvert. I'm every introvert. I reach out and take the flowers from him, all too aware of my trembling fingers. There's no weight to them, only a faint warmth that radiates from the stems. Wide-eyed panic, literally. Oh my god. As soon as the lilies leave Leander's hand, they dim and they fade away in a shower of opalescent light. To my surprise, Leander laughs under his breath. That's the problem with flowers. They don't last long, but they leave an impression, right? See, it has something to do with life and death and, like, immortality or something. I'm telling you. I theorize about Leander so much in my head. He has something to do with, especially, like, using flowers as, like, his motif, as one of his motifs, like, using, like, obviously they have, like, stuff for all the guys, like, with different flowers, like, some of their merchandise has, like, flowers for all of them and stuff, but, like, in game, not that much usage of, like, flower language, but, like, him having flowers and, like, the idea of flowers being fleeting and stuff like that, like, life and death. Anyway. The moon shines down! I'm just saying. Hi, Desi. I'm just saying, y'all. It makes me theorize like crazy. I'm such a heavy theorizing person. You can ask Wooby. We theorize about shit in DMs all the time, but, like, I also have made, like, theory videos and also theory, like, streams. So I have done theory streams, theory YouTube videos. I have been... Is it back at the theory board again? This game has had me on the theory board since 2023 when it came out, so... He grins at me and I find myself smiling back. Show me him. Show him to me. Oh... My... Okay. I don't trust him at all, but my god, is he beautiful. Anyways. My anguish. Leander steps off the table, dropping among the excited crowd with a clink. Alright, show's over. Back to work, everyone. The audience disperses and Leander heads toward the bar. Now's my chance. Now's my chance! I start after him only to find myself face to face with one of his followers. Where do you think you're going? I need to talk to Leander. Uh-huh. You and half of Lowtown. Leander's busy right now. Adderstone business. Come back tonight. After the moment we shared, surely Leander could spare a word. But... The follower crosses her arms and moved. I glance over her shoulder, hoping to catch a glimpse of Leander. As those... I'm sorry. The minor... You can... It's something that so distinctly feels like a horror game. The fact that the portraits have such minor things like that. You see the way his eyes, like, were looking away and then looking at you? Like, it's such a... I'm so scared for Leander being voice acted. I'm gonna be so real. I wanna go back real quick. It's just like... Bruh. It's so like, oh. He look. The little subtle things is so horror game to me. As though sensing my gaze, he looks up, and for a moment, our eyes lock. Then Leander turns away to murmur something to the group gathered around him. The followers move to block my view. You hear me? I'm not looking for trouble. This Dr. Kuros said I should find Leander. That's... She's interrupted by a hand resting on her shoulder. Kuros sent you? He said you could help me. Leander nods at the woman and she steps aside wordlessly. The man is a walking red flag, but damn. Literally. Literally. I love people were like, he's a red flag, good thing I wear red tinted glasses. Follow me. He leads me to the crowded bar. There's so little room that his broad shoulder presses against mine. I tense, but he doesn't seem to mind at all. Sorry about that. The Adderstone watch out for one another, but they can be overprotective at times. He's a red flag. Thank God red is my favorite color. Literally. Lesson learned. Leander flashes me a broad grin. You're new to Iridia, aren't you? He says it with a genuine air of curiosity. Do I stick out that much? No, but I'm certain I'd remember seeing a face as lovely as yours around Lowtown. Ooh! I can't with him. I'll just say it and expose myself now. He was my second favorite when I first played this game. I can't. I can't with him. I genuinely can't. I talked about this on stream before, how he was my second favorite, but like for those who weren't at a previous stream, yeah. Man. I love him so much because because of the fact that I cannot trust him. I know he's so scary. Like the fact that he's the only one of the love interests that has no like monstrous looking portrait. The fact that he is the only one. It's just the silhouette of him and no monstrous features, no nothing. Like, that's terrifying. Ugh. Anyways. My eyes drop to the polished countertop. I'm not used to flattery, and being this close makes my eye contact difficult. Yeah, because we see what we are focused on here. We can see where the focus is. Desi, this dude has a Monato, like, freaking, Monato, like, coat. Y'all are looking at his eyes? Literally. Like, look at the way his outfit, this is so Monato, like, looking coat. Plus, big man booba again. Oh, lordy. I'm looking at his titties! Y'all looking at his eyes? He has such kind eyes. Eyes are, like, down, looking at his chest. As if on cue, the bartender approaches us. What'll it be? Surprise me, and add anything my friend wants to my tab. I don't drink, so... Water's fine. I mean, I don't drink. Also, he is literally, like, probably the least trustworthy person here. I'm not getting a drink from him. Not letting him buy me a drink. No, thank you. Even if he's not the one making it, I'm not letting him buy me a drink. While the bartender leaves to fix our drinks, Leander leans his elbows on the counter. His sleeves right up, revealing a long raised scar. I catch myself following its winding path across his forearm. I don't drink, but let me take that man, please. Hello, Nate. 2 cups of poison! Deck his Leander's titties! Oh my god.
Also 3 months, yada yada.
I love text-to-speech so much. Thank you, Nate, for the 3 months on your other account. Leander's eyes wander over me in return when they look on my bandages hands. A bitter taste rises in my throat. Here come the questions. Is there any chance Karas sent you here for cheap drinks or barely edible appetizers? No. No, he does the thing. He does the hot guy hair thing. No. He pushes his hair back from his forehead, sighing when it immediately falls back into place. That's the doctor for you. Always business. Not sure he even knows how to relax. Water! Listen, Leander is my second favorite, but it's only because I need to know all his secrets. I need to know his story because he's so sus. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. Which is no, not at all. Not even a little bit. Oh, speaking of water. The bartender pushes a pair of glasses our way. I don't realize how thirsty I am until the cool water touches my lips. Beside me, Leander takes a deep swig from his glass. So, how can I help you? I need to get to the cenobium. As soon as the word cenobium leaves my mouth, the group standing nearby falls silent. From the wary looks thrown my way, it's clear I've broken some taboo. It had to be the cenobium. Leander pushes away from the counter. Let's continue this conversation outside. God, man, he's so fine. I don't trust him at all, but man, is he fine. I rise to follow him. It's clear, you said Voldemort. Leander leads me into an alleyway tucked behind the wetwick. Layers upon layers of frayed and faded Adderstone posters plaster the walls. Seeing them side by side, the resemblance between Leander and his printed likeness is impressive, if abstract. Cross didn't send you here to ask for a personal escort to the cenobium, did he? God, the way the portraits change! Sorry. From his tone, he already knows the answer. No, he suggested that I reconsider. Yet here you are, asking about a guide anyway. He looks at me expectantly. I didn't want to tell him about my curse, or I don't want to tell him. The less people know about my monstrous capabilities, the better. Thankfully, Leander takes my reluctant silence as an answer. Are you aware of Iridia's particular currency? Information's worth its weight in gold here. I don't much care for outdated traditions, so I'll be completely honest. The cenobium won't help you. They're more likely to torture you than lend you a hand. Torture? My teacher never described anything like that. But the cenobium's supposed to be a place of learning, a sanctuary. The cenobium has always been heralded as the last bastion of human knowledge, a shining beacon of hope in a fading world. If any place held answers, it would be the cenobium. That's why I came here. Leander nods patiently. You're not the first person to fall for their propaganda. Propaganda! Lies! Lies. Hold on, real quick, but we're real. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Let me put it back. Put it back. Look at. I'm putting this in stream stuff in the Discord. A propagander. I'm putting this in stream stuff in the Discord. Hold on. The cenobium be like. It's just that gif. Just. You sit on a throne of lies. You sit on a throne of lies. That's just what the cenobium is. They just lie. I grew up idolizing the cenobium. I wanted nothing more than to join their ranks, to learn magic from the best, to make a real difference. I was young and blinded by the legends and the legacy. I was so damn naive. He shakes his head. All it took was one trip here to Lowtown to show me the truth. Unless you've got a heavy purse or highborn blood, the cenobium doesn't give a damn. They'll never open their gates for the ones who need help the most. Then it's all a lie? Things that seem too good to be true are often just that. Bruh be talking about himself. Also, will be Love in Deep Space YouTube is rerunning RAF. You can save again. They just dropped the YouTube video for the Raphael rerun. You can continue saving. Bro is talking about himself. A scientist never speaks about his subjects. Yeah. This is literally this is just him talking about himself. I feel like this line is gonna come up in the full game again. If you do like the route for Leander. Like I feel like he's gonna say like I told you things that seem too good to be true are often just that. Like he's gonna say something like that because that's just him talking about himself at this point. Such a simple statement and yet it leaves me reeling. A bit of foreshadowing. It just feels like it's about him. Leander watches me as though weighing something in his mind. But that doesn't mean you're hopeless. Far from it. I founded the Outer Stone to help people like you. We settle disputes, slay Farrell's Solace, and we've even been known to patch a leaky roof or two. Whatever troubles you, we can help, free of charge. I'm shaking my head before he's even finished his speech. My patience is wearing dangerously thin. I appreciate the offer, but my problem can't be solved by a group of good Samaritans. To my chagrin, Leander doesn't look remotely surprised. Then you're looking for help with something serious, something not even Karas could crack. It must be a truly remarkable problem if you came all the way to Iridia searching for help. Tell me, how can I help you? I'm sorry. I've said it already like multiple times, but they only introduced the subtleness of the portraits, like with Leander at first. Like, other characters do have it really, but like Karas's his were very like they didn't really implement it with him as much when you meet him. But like here, the subtle like stuff with the portraits, like, that's gonna be so like creepy and unsettling, like when the full game comes out. Like I feel like they're gonna do some really unsettling shit with that. This is / positive, by the way. I just love the subtleness of the portraits. The little blinks, the eyes moving, stuff like that. Leander may not work for the Cenobium, but if his demonstration was any indication, then he's even stronger than the mage who raised me. She couldn't do anything about my curse, but maybe. Indecision gnaws at me. I don't know if I can trust him. It's not like I have any alternatives. I hate to admit it, but this might be my only path forward. My confession comes out in a strained whisper. I'm cursed. He looks me up and down, taking at my face, my eyes, and finally my hands. Is that why you bandage your hands? My touch is dangerous. It changes people. Hurts them. Before I've even finished, Leander pulls his left glove off. He flexes his fingers and grins. All right, let's see it. As he offers me his hand, a prismatic flash of magic ripples across his palm. Enchantment for protection, but I'm already shrinking backwards. I can't. I don't care how confident Leander is, I won't allow myself to hurt him, to see his kind face unrecognizably warped. How much we want to bet that, like, I don't know how many, they did say there's going to be 15 plus endings to the game, so if there's 5 love interests, that's 3 for each of them. But that's a plus, so there could be more. So, like, I feel like who wants to bet that, like, there's, like, an immediate bad ending at some point, like, with certain choices, if you, like, let some of them touch you? Take into account bad ends, yeah. That's what I was saying. So, like, what if there's like, immediately, like, multiple bad ends that you can get by, like, making a choice that ends up, like, with you touching them or something, and they go crazy? Obviously not Leander, but, like, maybe the other ones or something. It just, like, I'm wondering, since this reminds me of a Rowan Gambit situation. I could see that. It just makes me wonder, like, if there will be some bad ends connected to the curse. Like, will we, like, you know, make the love interest go crazy the way you do with the NPC person at the beginning of the game, and that's considered a bad end? Or they're just like, you know, you can't trust, if you don't build up, like, enough trust with them, they could easily kill you or something crazy. Something like that. I'm assuming that, like, if there's 3 route endings for each of them, if there's 3, say that the 15 endings is 3 routes or 3 endings for each of them, it's like a good end, a neutral end, and a bad end, or it's a good end, bad end and really bad end. So it's like, it could be one of those, and then, again, putting a plus sign indicates that there could be more. So, like, there could also be other bad ends and stuff like that. There could be multiple bad ends. I know when I played Collar Malice, there was, like, 5 endings for each person, and there was 5 characters, so I think. I could be wrong, there could have been more endings, but I remember there was, like, at minimum, like, 5 endings for each character, so. And also, we have no idea, like, how much of that goes into, like, you know, what they share with development and whatnot. So, like, who knows? There could be way more. I wonder if they're going to have, like, a menu for, like, the list of endings or something, so you can see, like, which ones you've gotten. I don't want to hurt you. I'll be fine. Trust me. I've seen enough curses and hexes to last me 2 lifetimes, but I'm still standing. Do you really think Cross would send you here if I couldn't handle it? How should I know? I only met him today. I'm twice as good as any Cenobium mage. If anyone can help you, it's me. You don't know what you're asking me. I'm asking you to trust me. I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile. Then I begin unwinding the bandages from my hand. If you lose control, don't say I didn't warn you. You can tell. I forgot. I knew that was coming and I still forgot. Slut. Slut. He knew what he's doing. Man be horny. Man out here being horny. Yay, Fish Banner! That's what I was telling you. I was like, you can save, Wooby. You can save. There's nothing that you need to pull for. I saw it come out. How many minutes has it been out now? 8 minutes. Cat knows no peace. This is true. $11 minutes. Okay, I got it 8 minutes ago. Like, I got the notification. Anyways, you can tie me up first if it makes you feel better. That's crazy. That's something, like, Nate would call out as crazy. His attempt at levity does little to comfort me. With each joint I expose, I grow increasingly certain that this is a terrible idea. Wait, what? I'll go back. I'll go back. I'll go back. Back up a little bit. Okay. I will read it again for you, Nate, so you can understand. Because I'm saying this is something... He's slutty, so I was just like saying this is something you would call out as crazy. But anyways. You don't know what you're asking me. I'm asking you to trust me. I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile, then I begin unwinding the bandages from my hand. If you lose control, don't say I didn't warn you. You can tie me up first if it makes you feel better. His attempt at levity does little to comfort me. He's so slutty. He's so slutty, man. He's so... This man really wants to get tied up. Literally. Literally, he really does. It's giving power bottom. I'm sorry. I have to say it. It's giving power bottom. I'm sorry. It just is. He's exposing himself. Like, when he's like, you don't need to say, like, I know what you are. I'll just tell you. Oh, no, I read this one. Growing increasingly certain this is a terrible idea, but if he's bothered by how my hand looks, he doesn't show it. All right. Deep breath. On my count. You. Yes. He's a freak, for real, for real. My fingers hover shakily over Leander's palm. 3, 2, 1. King shaming is my. Nate, don't. I can't. Nate. Oh my god. It was already like sending me and then you made it worse. You sent me even further. Oh my god. I tap his palm once as quickly as possible. It's barely more than a brush, but that's all it ever takes. Heart racing, my eyes dart to his face, but Leander only smiles gently. See? Elpis, no. 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 Not thou. No. No. Premarital hand-holding shame. Also, Twin is running at us menacingly. I'm assuming he's raiding. You can closet if you're gay, not Elpis, no. We do not put... No. Is there lewd hand holding? There is, in fact. There was hands touched. The hands touched. Twin, the hands touched. Only joking if I cross line, I apologize. You're fine. I probably would reel it back maybe just a little bit. Probably reel it back just a little bit, that's all. But you're good. I know you weren't trying, but probably reel it back just a little bit. There can only be one horny person, and that's me. JK, listen to me. Oh my god. No, you're all good. I know it was just like we can reel it back just a tiny bit. Why he kind of look like the main dude from the Saja Boys? You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. He is kind of crazy. He's kind of like, he's crazy like Caleb, so. He does look like Caleb, though. You're correct. That does, and he's crazy like him too. Wooby, we've unlocked something. It can't be. When I reach for his palm again, Leander catches my wrist before I can pull back. I told you, there's really nothing to worry about. Need that stay back slut gif. I was gonna say, Wooby, would you mind if you find that? Could you put that in the stream stuff channel? I love that gif so much. No, stay back slut. They're having hand touching contact, physical contact. This must be censored. There's physical contact. Thank you, Wooby. That's literally what we need. We need... Should I eat Frosted Flakes? There's always a time to eat Frosted Flakes. Cover them up, slut should be used for Leander. Nate, he's got big man boob. Like, insane. The cutscene that had the CG was like, it started out with just like a view of his chest and then we looked up at his face. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. We need to we need the I was just twin I was just talking about how his outfit is Monato coded. I'm gonna make a sound for you to play that just to, and you say, cover them up, slut! Just, do you see the gif that will be put in the Discord? Like, it's just that. Just stay back, slut. Like, it's genuinely, that's the vibe. Oh my god. Someone needs to make, I'm sure they probably already did, to be honest. They made a meme of Leander with, like, cover them up, slut. No. Because it's him and Ace. They got the biggest man booba as far as we know. They got so much. Mama Moon just brought me tea. I have tea. Tea. I have tea. Okay. I will continue. Oh my god. Is there Phineas cat hair in my mouth? Good lord. Sometimes I just don't understand how... He's not even in my room right now. The wonders of just figuring out you have a cat hair in your mouth and you're like, how? Okay. He trails off when my thumb grazes the soft skin of his inner wrist. I search Leander's face for traces of madness, but his eyes remain a clear, soft green. He's so scary. I'm so afraid. You know, low key, it would have been. I wonder if somebody has done fan art of him with like a black cat with green eyes. I feel like that would be so aesthetically pleasing. Neither of us speak as I trace the contours of his palm, lost in awareness I wasn't anticipating. It's not as though I've never been touched before. My curse only extends to my hands, and desperation spurs creativity. But desperation spurs creativity! But all that pales in comparison to this. I've never experienced such intimacy. Physical intimacy in my video game? That's crazy. Oh, by the way, twin, how was Marble Ribbles? Did you win some? Yeah, feels like the are you winning? I only popped in for a minute, so I didn't really get to see if you were winning. I hope you were able to defeat some. We won a good few. That's good. I'm glad. This is literally the name of, she's literally, or like, protagonist, regardless of whatever pronouns you use, the protagonist is literally Touchstarved. That's why the name, that's why the game, like, the name of the game is literally that, like, craziness. I'm officially a Gambit main. You've put down the, the cloak and dagger, like, hat to put on the Gambit hat? Like for your main. That's what I mean. Obviously, you're gonna play Cloak and Dagger still. I just meant like your main. Oh, I see. Oh right, the new mic came in, and I'm gonna set it up for next stream. This might be the last stream with the old mic. I just was admittedly feeling really like low energy, and I didn't feel like setting up my new mic. I just really didn't want to right now, but I do have it. I don't really think that because it's the same, like, because it's the same, like, whatchamacallit, mic, I'm so tempted to see if I can just put the new mic on, the mic arm that I have. I'm so tempted to see if we can just put a new, like, just put the new mic onto this mic arm, because I don't really, nothing's wrong with the mic arm, you know? We needed a memoriam video with a black and white picture of your old mic and the born and death date. It's literally the same mic. So I'm just like, what if I just put the new one on this mic arm instead of like spending time trying to put the new arm together, because nothing's technically wrong with this arm for the mic. So I could still use this mic arm until the mic arm decides no more. Alright, let me drink a little bit more of my tea and then I will continue reading. We still have 3 more love interests to meet. And we have time. I'm gonna be on for a little bit longer. Use the mic arm until it starts to blow up like the old mic. I did say it exploded, huh? Forgot. I literally said earlier, Twin, like at the start of stream, that my old mic shat itself and exploded. and then Strap was like, it did what? It's doing what? Bro, you whoopee know me. Wooby no is only used when Wooby does something wrong. Surely. I only use it for that. I forgot what I was gonna say I forgot what I first used that for, and it was I forgot what I first did that to you for, and then it was for the living I'll say it was for the living liquid gif. It was for the living liquid gif. It was for the gif of living liquid, and I was like, Wooby, no. Yeah. No. I hate that gif so much. I hate it. I don't like that. Now you can't. Wooby, no. Wooby, no. I like you can see the person with the chocobo suit behind them. Oh my god. It's so upsetting. Oh god. Oh lord. Anyways. I saw the messages named. Oh my god. I'll look at him in a second. I'll look at him, or I should say, probably look at him when I take another break. Oh my god. Let me continue reading. Wait, I see something in your Oh, you see living liquid? You'd have to take a screenshot. I was about to say you have to take a I thought you were talking about like an actual button. I was confused. I was like, you have to take a screenshot. There's a new button that I cannot see right now. All right, I've taken my tea break. My fingers, long deprived by years of bandaging, pick up every single detail: the grooves along his palm, the smooth shell of his nails, the bones of his wrist. For as long as I've lived, I've never been able to hold someone's hand without dire consequences. I never realized what I was missing. While Leander's pulse is steady, mine hammers as fear gives way to excitement. This is a crazy sentence. I was gonna Trojan horse into the VC. You cannot. I've been meaning to have a channel like this sometimes, and because I often use my Discord soundboards like on stream, and then I keep like not making one, so it's made now. Now we can just see your live and we can't join. No, the MC for this game. So the MC, you never see the MC beyond the hands. So like all the CGs are like supposed to be like from a first person perspective because it's supposed to be like more, you know, inclusive. The only thing you see is like the cursed hands. But like I love the MC of this game. I backed this game like 2 years ago and it's still to this day is one of my favorite things. Oh right, Oh no, I was just about to ask if we've ever seen Leander's full scar, but yes, we did. They did put it like in a public post, pretty sure, like on Twitter or something. Absolute Gremlin MC. Yeah, no, they give you the fact that they give you the options to just be Gremlin. They just give you the option. They're like, you know, you. It's like the demon on your shoulder, like you know you want to. Oh my god, I forgot about Tiny Totodile. I just saw him. I forgot. I forgot he was here. Genuinely forgot he was here again. Since I'm having tea, where is he? Put him back in the cup. There. My hands glide over Leander's wrist and up his arm where smooth skin abruptly gives way to a raised scar. It matches the one that runs from his collar to cheekbone. Could it be the same wound? Yes. Spoilers, but yes. When I glance at Leander's face, his lips part as he considers his words. Am I the first person you've been able to touch like this? My hand goes still on his arm. So far. Then is it everything you wanted? Slut! Stay back, slut. Slut. I'm the gif. I'm the gif, Wooby. I'm the gif. I'm the gif now, Wooby. Just stay back, slut. When I nod, Leander turns my hand in his to inspect the gleaming fissures crisscrossing my knuckles. Does the X with the finger 6 feet slut? Literally. Do you okay, well besides Living Liquid's ass, do you see the other gif that Wooby posted where it says stay back slut? That's me. Not the one that has Living Liquid's freaking ass. The other gif is me. There's no revulsion in his face, no fear. He looks up at me and grins. It's not every day I meet someone as enticing as gold. Yeah. I heard myself on that one. Yeah. I heard myself on that one. I don't really have anything to say. I don't really have anything to say on that one. I'm sorry. Did you see? I forgot about that. I did, forgot about that. He winks and lets me go. I draw my hand back and take a steadying breath. My head feels like it's stuffed with cotton. Habit alone guides me through the motions of rewrapping my hand, although my fingers tremble too much for the bandages to lie flat. I can't believe that worked. I've really forgotten my manners. May I ask your name? I'm Moon. Moon, this curse of yours is unlike anything I've ever seen before. I can tell you're careful, but it's best you kept this between us. Are you staying in Lowtown? Forgot. Listen. I did actually forget that he did that. I made a genuine instinctual reaction because I forgot. I forgot. Forgot his manners. You're right. Man really held your hand without knowing your name. Whore. Whenever you say slut or whore, like, or bitch, like, in all caps, it's so funny to me because I can, like, hear it in your voice. Oh my god, harlot. Oh my god, I pause. Room and boarding was something I'd yet to consider. I don't know. Let's get you properly settled then. Oh god. I can't believe I have to call it this, like, every time. I want to just be like the tavern. Cause just to the horns. Isn't that just the wet wick? The wick is noticeably quieter. Without their leader, most of Leander's followers have dispersed, or in a few cases, fallen asleep beside their drinks. Got any rooms left, or did my lot grab them all to sleep it off? The bartender, who I now realize doubles as an innkeeper, slides a key onto the counter. I said, to the poor man. The usual room? Leander's laugh sounds slightly strained. Oh my god, whore. Slut. Whore. Slut. Well, he's blushing. He knows. No, not today. This is just for my friend. Right. Stay as long as you like. You two have fun. Have fun? Leander clears his throat, then holds the key out to me. Oh my god. I hesitate. My coin purse barely holds enough for a day's worth of meals, let alone a room. How much do I owe you? Nothing. My treat, since you shared your secret. Why are you guys being so nasty to him? I mean, he kind of deserves it, but why are you... Food, drink, a warm bed, anything you need. Carefully, I take the key from him. It's small but heavy in my palm. I never expected to have a warm bed in Iridia, let alone free meals. Thank you. Iridia is twice as dangerous as it is wondrous. Be careful out there. And if you need a reprieve from what haunts you, come find me. Generational Leader of Men. Listen, I was talking about it earlier, but, like, he's very much, like, there's so much symbolism towards him being scarier than you lead on. The fact that he's the one that he's not affected by the curse. He has lilies and adderstone as, like, descriptive, like, symbolism, like, items. I swear I feel like I like what Wooby said. I swear he's like a lich, or he's like the undead, or he's immortal. Something like that has to do with life and death. Maybe we can't affect him because he's died and come back, or he's like, you know, undead, sort of. Like, I don't know. But, like, it's so interesting to me because, like, he's one of those characters, like, they kind of gave information about, like, uh, they've given information about, like, all the other ones, sort of, not a lot. But he's the one they don't give you that much on. So I'm just like, I nod, taking one last look at the gleaming bronze key before tucking it into the pocket of my cloak for safekeeping. Leander gives me a friendly wave before returning to the bar. I imagine he does that one wave. You know that wave where you, like, wave your fingers and it's like, bye? Like, just a little wag of the fingers, just like, bye. Room! This wasn't in the old demo, so whenever I see it, I'm like, room! Dusk glitters in the sparse rays of light illuminating the room. The furniture is tired, the walls cracked, and a large lumpy bed serves as the centerpiece. I can't remember the last time I slept in a bed, and I never imagined I'd sleep in one tonight. Room! Literally. This was one of the things they added to it. Why does the room give me when the night comes vibes? I forgot to I forgot to do something. I hate me when I forget. This man's in this room somewhere. I just can't prove it. I've been betrayed. Oh no. I got you. Hold on. Just... Oops. I forgot. Oopsie. Sorry. I forget when I don't tab out, it thinks I'm scrolling through. The mouse scroller is like a rewind fast forward, and I forgot. I was just trying to make sure that, like, my browser wouldn't pop up. Okay. I got you. I don't know why some of the channel point, like the sound alerts specifically, like, just don't play. Because other ones like the follow alert and things like that, they work, and they're all under the same box, so I don't know.
Know what's out there? Sand.
I'm not sure if it's probably just a Twitch thing. No, the fact that they were like, this is his usual room, for sure this dude has something hidden in here. When I collapsed under the bed, the spring... I just heard the moon! When I collapsed under the bed, the spring let out shrill squeaks. Finally, I can allow myself to rest. My eyes fall shut before long. Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer. I wake to pale sunlight filtering through the narrow windows. Despite the clamor of the tavern below, the precious hours of rest have restored my strength and gifted me a flicker of cautious optimism. You open your eyes and see his face super close. I genuinely think that is something that could happen. If I play my cards right, today could be the day I get closer to finding a cure. I quickly head out of the wet wick. Oh, God. They knew what they were doing. Devs. You knew what you were doing. Points at them. The air clings sodden and heavy with the lingering scent of rain. Without the afternoon crowd, the district looks barren and bleak. In the middle of the street, a pair of crows quibble over stale bread crusts. I pause, watching them while I consider my next move. Karas and Leander both made it clear that the Cenobium can't be trusted, but I came so far and endured too much to give up now. Literally. Oh, you can hear... I forgot you can hear my spoon. I could hear the spoon in my cup. You have spoons! I do have spoons. I have the spoon from my teacup. My tea is so good. Echinacea tea, beloved. I need to see the cenobium for myself, if only to satisfy my curiosity. Surely someone in the bar can point me in the right direction. I'm about to turn back when a shadow passes over me. A cloud, I think, until a puff of hot breath tickles the back of my neck. The shadow trickles down the street in rivulets. Formless dark spreads like ink into blotted shapes. Claws stretch, a muzzle splits open to reveal long, jagged teeth. A growl rumbles so low and deep I feel it in my chest. I want to run, to scream, but I feel trapped, as though the slightest movement or breath will snap the jaws around me shut. No, I won't let it end like this. If I'm gonna die, I want to look at what got me in the eye first. I steel myself and then turn. The shadow vanishes as quickly as it came, and I'm left standing in the middle of the street, alone, save for a figure reclining in the shade of a nearby stoop. It's the slut himself! It's the slut himself. It's Woobies, man. See, Wooby, I use the stay back slut gift for Vare. You use it with, like, we use it for Leander. I'm like, stay back, slut. A monster. That much is clear from a glance. One that could nearly be mistaken for human were it not for the tufted ears, the tail curled around his ankle, or the dusk pink eyes with pupils that sharpen like needles when they fall on me. We lock gazes in the monster and crosses his long legs. His hair gleams a shade of red that reminds me unsettlingly of blood, where it curls around his collared throat. Jumpy, aren't you? His tone is so light and carefree that I glance over my shoulder to make sure he's speaking to me. When I look back, the stranger props his chin on his knuckles and regards me with an inscrutable grin. Did you see that shadow just now? It was massive, moved like a beast. Even as I speak, I'm aware of how ridiculous I must sound, but the stranger's smile doesn't falter. The only beasts I've seen are the Wicks drooling regulars, though this did catch my eye. With a flick of his wrist, my in-room key dangles from his finger. It turns on its chain, glittering when it catches the light. My hands fly to my cloak's pockets and, sure enough, find them flat. He crooks his finger, beckoning. I've already taken 2 steps forward before some stifled instinct stops me. Something feels wrong. I'm still on the edge, thrumming with so much adrenaline that the stranger's shadow flickers at the edges of my vision. I always seem to attract the worst kind of attention, but I can't get rattled now. Do I lie or do I tell the truth? What do you think, chat? Should I lie? No. No lie. Okay. My tea is gone. Where did you find it? My key, how did you find it? What can I say? I'm a sucker for shiny things. He smiles wide enough to reveal sharp fangs. I saw you drop it. You really should be more careful. City like this, somebody might take advantage. Bald-faced lie. Said without a hint of irony. I didn't drop my key and I didn't sense any magic either. He must have stolen it somehow. I approach the monster, careful to keep an arm's length away. He doesn't look dangerous, but the most deadly ones never do. There's the slut himself. God, this outfit is so slutty. The stranger's chain softly clinks with a tilt of his head. His ears flick. Keeping your distance? I'd be stupid to trust you. You think I stole your dinky little key from all the way over here? He gives an exaggerated sigh. I'm good with my hands, but not that good. Do I really look like a common thief to you? Bruh. I'm so scared for him to be voiced. I'm scared for all of them, but Vera is gonna be bad. Vera is gonna be bad. There's gonna be so many innuendos. Like, so many. I mean, common thief, no. Well, a thief, yes. Nate, did I just see you put in DMs, you 2-bit whore? I just happened to look. This man is very bad. This man's gonna be dangerous when he's voiced. There's you two poor man whore. Oh my god. He's got me there. The sheer fabric of his sleeves alone would be too expensive for most street thieves. Hell, his shoes look like they cost more than I spent traveling here. And then there's the shop behind him. No matter the city, parted pink curtains only ever mean one thing. I'm not looking to buy, and I doubt I could afford your services anyway. Luckily for you, I don't charge. The man runs the tip of his tongue over a fang, and for the first time since I stepped into that shadow, I feel something other than dread. Ooh! MC is also a little horny. He's not broke, though. That's the thing. My face grows hot. I didn't mean to assume. I'm flattered, really. Do you really think you could pay to pet my ears? I just need my key back. Ask nicely, and I might even let you tug my tail. Just throw it here. So some spindly little street urchin can snatch it and run? He raises my key and tilts his head so he can watch it dangle back and forth. I suppose I could just claim your room for myself. Not that I'd be caught dead slumming in the wick with the rest of those slack-jawed imbeciles. You're obviously not from around here, so tell me, traveler. What misfortune brought you to this wretched place? I love noticing all the subtle new portraits that they put in here. Like, all the new expressions. Oh, so nice. The art in this game is so good. His voice practically drips with derision. I'm not telling you anything. What could have possibly drawn you to this dreary little pig pen, I wonder? He listlessly watches the arc of my key swinging around his finger. The weather's shit, the food's dreck, and there's entirely too many monsters for a human to feel safe. Unless... Ooh, that portrait of him, though. Ugh, he's so stinky, but I love him. I love the design, man. Dagger sharp eyes flick towards me, then gleam bright with amusement. Unless you're just dying to consort with monsters. By now, my embarrassment is worn away, leaving simmering impatience in its place. If this is a shakedown, it's the most frustrating one I've ever endured. Wooby, it's your man. What do you want me to... What answer you want? It's your man. I'll let you pick. I can't prove it, but I promise you this man is a I feel like maybe, but at the same time, he's really feral cat energy. So I don't think he would take a hit lightly. I think that's a very situational thing. I don't think that's for everybody. I just like how I like how you're making like the assumptions. I like how you're making the assumptions and you're like, you're like, I can't prove it yet. I love that. Oh, I don't know if Whoopi's in chat. Okay. I feel like Whoopi would probably want me to pick this one. I mean, to be honest with you, every man in this game is sus. Every game in this man. Oh my god, every man in this game is sus. Actually, sorry, every person, because there's one they them. There's one they them, not he him. But yeah, every game, every game in this man. How'd you know that I spent all my money, starved, and nearly died in a swamp just so I could crawl into bed with the first thirsty monster I met? That earns me a burst of breathy laughter. He gazed at me under his dark lashes. Aren't you funny? Could you be any more obvious? I have been told subtlety is not my strength. So, your place or mine? I'd invite you if I had my key. If only I had my key, I might be able to invite you up. His languid gaze glides from me to the key in his hand and back. Take my hand and we'll go together. The more he flirts, the more convinced I become that this is some kind of trap. No matter how innocent monsters look, they always have tricks up their sleeve. And something tells me that this one's more dangerous than he lets on, even if he has a lovely laugh. I don't know what you want or why you're messing with me, but I'm not coming any closer until I know you aren't going to attack me. Or bite. I won't bite hard unless you beg me. Slut! I think you can prove your thing now, Nate. I think you can prove it now. No matter what I say, he finds a way to twist my words into innuendo. Even when I'm silent, he goes on as though we're having a conversation, not a standoff. Do you like dancing? There's a traveling troupe performing in Hightown tonight. Their ludus is utterly exquisite. Truly a performance to die for. There's life in this dreadful place, if you know where to look. You sound like you know the city well. The monster's gaze flickers from me to the key hanging from his finger. Naturally, this dump was little more than a miserable little smear on a map when I first arrived. Hightown, Lowtown, I know already like the back of my hand. What about the cenobium? Do you know where that is? Oh, the ears. His smile vanishes. Surely you've seen it, the absurdly large tower looming over the rest. It's a little hard to miss. You must mean that spire I noticed when I first caught sight of Iridia. The cenobium's overrated. Forget about it. I can show you things those stuffy boars and their limited tower could never dream of. Oh my god, I love his dialogue. Oh my god, I love his dialogue. This spread is so cute. It really is. Oh my god. I can't. I'm sorry. This is really funny. What do you say? How about the two of us have a little adventure? I've already got plans. Oh? Have you some pressing matters at the cenobium? Lunch dates with librarians, tea time with the most esteemed abbess? That's my business. What's it matter to you? I square my shoulders and the amusement bleeds out of him. Your loss. The stranger, finally bored of his own tedious game, extends his hand towards me. The key rests on his palm, neatly divided skin and leather. When he makes no other move, I reach for the key, but as soon as my fingers graze smooth brass, his hand springs shut around my elbow. Hey! He yanks me down and I stagger, my shoes slipping on the steps. For a sick moment, I fear my bandages will unravel under his touch, but he's careful not to disturb them, even if he grips my arm. I knew I smelled blood. You reek of the road and death. And that fucking doctor. His voice, once silken, lowers to a smoky growl. The shadows around him seethe and boil. And something else. The girls are fighting! You could absolutely, I think... I didn't see your messages. Will be yes, adventure. You should absolutely, like, I feel like this demo is free. I feel like you should play it on stream and voice the characters. I'd love to see what voices you would give them, Nate. I feel like you could. I feel like you could voice some of these lines really well. I forgot he hates Karas. Yep. I want to know why. I want to know why. Why does he... You can also, yeah, because the pronouns, this game, like, is like a date with death where the pronouns are, like, you can pick whatever pronouns and stuff like that. And you also can pick a background for your character, which is fun. Kind of like, it gives D&D-ish vibes just a little bit. It affects the dialogue and stuff. It affects, like, just regular dialogue and stuff as well. I wonder why he hates Cross. What did Cross do? What did he do that makes Ver hate him so much? The fact that he's like, fucking doctor, like in red text, like he hates him. He murmurs against my throat, nose grazing my jaw. His breath trails down my neck, sending a thrill of dread through me. His wide, flat eyes gleam with naked hunger as he gazes at me. Let go. Just when I fear he'll bite, his grip loosens and his eyes widen with awe. It seems I underestimated you. You're... Ver! Oh my god, the pout. The stranger's ears flatten, and he releases me with a short breath. I yank my arm back, massaging my bandages. He twists around to see a woman duck out from the curtains behind him. Her Cenobian uniform is nearly identical to the one my mentor kept tucked away in her closet. I leave you for all of what, 10 minutes and you're making trouble again? Will you quit harassing the tourists? The stranger, Ver I take it, rolls his eyes and flashes the cleric a withering smile. So suspicious. Can't you see this is a friend of mine? A natural liar. He grins at me and his tail swishes coyly. The woman purses her lips at me, clearly unconvinced. I open my mouth to correct him, but Ver cuts in. I was graciously offering my dear friend some free advice. Though his voice remains light and cheerful, his expression darkens. Danger's drawn to you like a moth to a flame. It will always find you given time. The woman clicks her tongue as though she's heard this recital 102 times. Word to the wise, don't take free advice from lazy foxes lounging in the streets. This crook would sell water to a drowning man for the sheer enjoyment of it. She shrugs off a wilting look from Ver. Oh, please, any friend of yours knows it's true. Now hold still. Ver rises gracefully at her approach. He pushes his hair aside so it drapes over one shoulder, exposing the long line of his neck. And suddenly it dawns on me that the jingling I heard earlier wasn't coming from his harness, but a heavy iron chain wound around a hitching post and padlocked to the back of his collar. The woman produces a crowded keyring from her pocket. She rifles through a dozen identical keys before selecting one and slotting it into the lock. Come on, unless your friend's tagging along on our merry little soulless hunt. They're hunting for Solus inside the city? Words momentarily fail me. The cleric regards me with a polite, if tight, smile before marching down the stairs. Ver lingers. He stretches his arm over his head with a yawn, and I try not to stare at the way his stomach flattens when he arches his back. Your little secret's safe with me. Try not to get yourself killed, hmm? Vare hops off the stoop and bounds after the woman. His tail sways merrily as though he hadn't just lied and threatened me. Did you try a thing? Did you try the thing I mentioned? The way we just kind of don't acknowledge this Cenobium, whoever this Cenobian lady is, we just didn't acknowledge that she just like basically came out of a brothel. Love that little shit, yeah. His dialogue is great, even though he drives me crazy. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm not reading. I just realized I know what's about to happen. I know what's about to happen. Wooby, can you put the Owo face in the Owo face in the chat, please? Like the. Oh my god, I'm about to lose it. Okay, it's not happening yet, but it's gonna happen. Yes, thank you. Reflexively, I shove my hands into my pockets and I find the room key. I raise it to the light. Sure enough, it's my key, but the realization is hardly comforting. I don't know what Vare's game was or what he wanted from me. All I know for certain is that the Cenobium saw fit to leash him. A fate I could share if that's what his vague warning meant. What is this? Something's gonna happen. Something just happened. Something is about to happen. I let my eyes drift skyward past the lanterns, gently swaying in the breeze to the Cenobium faintly visible through the haze. Just one glimpse is all I need, then I can put this all behind me. This time, the key goes into my coin purse for safekeeping. Stuff is about to happen. Okay. It's easy enough to follow the winding streets, climbing uphill toward the distant tower. Hours later, legs aching and sweat beating on my forehead, I finally find what I'm searching for. The Cenobium of the Luminous Void. Luminous Void? I don't remember that being a part of the name. That's important. It stands at the highest point of Iridia, surrounded by cold white walls. Well-dressed people stroll down the walkways, ignoring the massive tower in their midst. I'm the only one standing before the gates. I crane my neck up until the top of the Cenobium spire disappears into the clouds overhead. The gates are so heavily enchanted that even standing near them sets my teeth on edge. Alchemically reinforced locks, invisible alarm sigils, and who knows what else. Oh right, don't you see Min here for a second? Knocking seems like a terrible idea, but I don't see any other way of making my presence known. I'm halfway up the steps when someone moves in my peripheral. Min! It's Min! A shadowy figure crouches beneath one of the white walls. They reach out and tug on a vine as if testing its strength. You there! The shadow vanishes as quickly as I spotted it, and a gaunt-faced man in a crisp charcoal uniform marched up the steps toward me. Ugh, another tourist. Get out of here once you're done gawking. A dismissive wave accompanies his equally dismissive words, and he turns without even waiting for my response. I look back at where I saw the intruder, but there's nothing. Just the leaves blowing gently in a cool breeze. I step away from the gates, hopelessness washing over me. Oh my. I wonder if I should try and give this one a voice, because I know that there's going to be an NPC like design for this character. But probably I won't do anything crazy so I don't strain my throat. I am staying hydrated. Hello. A whisper coats the back of my ear, hot and syrupy. I jerk away but find no one beside me. Instead, halfway down the staircase, I spot a girl peering up at me. She's barefoot, draped in several layers of worn, moth-eaten clothing. Peculiar metal jewelry hangs across her face and jingles with each slight movement. Her eyes are her most striking feature. They shine a scorching, unnatural crimson. Y'all, stuff is about to happen. Something just happened. It feels like staring into the sun, and yet I'm strangely captivated by her. She tilts her head, the tinkling of metal riding the wind. Do you need help? I'm sorry. I know it's gonna happen, so. I'm unsure how to respond. The air is charged with a mysterious energy, as if each of my words is worth its weight in gold. On the off chance she can help me, I might as well be somewhat truthful. I do, but wanting it is another question. The giggle she makes is a chiming, fluttering sound. You're honest. I like that. She dips into a polite curtsy. My name is Iris. I was like you once, hopeless and alone. The ones in the tower won't help you with your pain. I might be able to, though. I try not to dwell on the fact that I'm recognizably desperate. Instead, I focus on her vague offer as I descend the steps. You don't know what I'm looking for. You need what everyone needs in this world. A miracle. Iris turns and my thoughts abruptly scatter. Pitted skin snakes down her shoulders, blooming from a gaping hole in the back of her neck. A shuddering breath escapes me. The fuck? What the fuck? By the looks of it, some sort of disease ate away at her spine, leaving her with hollowed vertebrae. How is she able to move or breathe? It's impossible. She shouldn't be alive, and yet... I only get a glimpse before she faces me once more, this time looking a bit bashful. I know it's not pretty, but that's not what matters. The sea spring can cure anything. It can cure you, too. Her shining eyes flick to my bandaged hands, then up again. So quick I nearly miss it. I stand there wordless. It's a twisted miracle, but a miracle nonetheless. She extends a hand out to me, her delicate fingers outstretched. I can take you there if you'd like. You can decide on your own when you see it. Her hand is frail, marred with tiny wounds. It's the epitome of vulnerability, the complete opposite of the Cenobium's mocking, impenetrable gates. And if I say no? It's your choice. The truth is, I don't have much of a choice. Not right now, at least. I wonder if Iris knows that somehow. If there's any hope of finding a cure, I need to follow every lead, including seeing this sea spring for myself. I cautiously slide my hand into hers. Her skin is ice cold through my bandages. Guys, we're doing it! Guys, we're doing it, chat. Chat. Chat, we're doing it. Chat. Chat, we're doing it. Chat. Chat, we're doing it. Let's go. Let's go. Poor decision making. I want to look real quick on something. Let's go. Poor decision making. Hand holding. It's not even the hand holding that I'm excited about. Not even the hand holding I'm excited about. I know what's about to happen. We descend from the higher streets, abandoning their gilded decadence as we cross the river. The wet, derelict districts hold more familiarity for me. However, Iris leads me farther still until I'm met with an all too familiar sight. My gut lurches when I face the open horizon. The sea spring is straight ahead. Iridia's outskirts are hardly recognizable in daylight, but venturing beyond city walls is a gamble I wasn't prepared to take so soon. I shake my head and pull away from Iris. I'm not leaving the city. She circles in front of me with a placating gesture. Don't be scared. I promise you it's all right. You're as safe inside the city as outside of it, and this stretch before you is the safest of all. She casts a wistful gaze out over the wastes, as if admiring something beyond the vista. This region belongs to...
This region belongs to Ace. Some call him a gang leader, but he's much more than that.
It's difficult to string my thoughts together. Only a fool would leave the city, but a primal instinct tells me that Iris isn't lying. What the fuck was that son snort? Listen, listen. I have no defense, but listen. She twirls around with another curtsy, jewelry twinkling playfully in the sunlight, her doe eyes soften with a smile.
As I said, it's your choice. Thank you for coming this far. I hope we meet again.
I blink and she's gone. Confusion grips me as I look around searching for any trace of her, but I'm completely alone with only the vast nothingness of the waste for company. Did I just imagine everything? No. That whole encounter was real. Again, that primal instinct insists on it, just like it insisted on Iris's honesty. The sea spring is straight ahead. If it managed to cure Iris, I need to see what it can do for me. I venture forth, nerves and determination roiling together in my chest. My heart pounds with each step I take from civilization. For what seems like an eternity, I force each foot forward, one step then another, until a realization hits me. I never told Iris my name. Something pierces the horizon ahead of me. A building nestled into a tall cliffside. It appears so starkly out of place that it might as well be a hallucination. Dripping with extravagance and adorned in honeyed mahogany, it's an ornate jewel of architecture. Dark silhouettes skirted on both sides. Trees, I think, until I'm close enough to realize that what I mistook for branches were spikes and jutting tendrils. Soulless, several of them watch me in the distance like statues. Flashes of last night chase me, the gushes of blood and screams of death, the smell of burning flesh and sour bile. I can't go through that again. I won't. Awesome! We're gonna die! Exploding into a messy sprint, I push my legs as fast as they'll take me toward the decorated building. The next thing I know, I'm dashing up wooden stairs and crashing through towering double doors. We're here! I'm sorry. My lungs burn from exertion. I gasp for breath, desperate to be safe, but when I orient myself with my surroundings, it's more hellscape than sanctuary. Blood flows all around me, overwhelming my vision with a lurid, unholy red. Instinctively, my hands leap to my mouth. But the rotten stench of blood never comes. Instead, a smoky scent hangs in the air, sharp and spiced. I swallow thickly, convincing myself that it's not as gruesome as it appears. This has to be the sea spring, the place that grants miracles. The fuck you mean, hellscape? Tall pillars flank me, blanketed in written notes. Seating pillows scatter the floor. A rustic kettle sits nearby. Someone must live here, despite how eerily empty it is. He already knows we're here. I approach the paper-covered pillars. Maybe something here can tell me. Alright. I'm gonna let chat pick. Which one should we pick? 1, 2, or 3? I can't. I wasn't ready, twin. I wasn't ready. Is that how we decide? So, twin, you're saying pick 2? All right. Whoopi said 2. Nate said 1. Twin said 2. Okay, 2. 2. I reach for a note in front of me. I reach for a note in front of me. It reads, Dear mother, don't cry for me. I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye, but we'll meet again in another life. I love you very much. P.S. If you ever see me, never speak to me again. Damn! It's written in perfect cursive. I've never seen such beautiful handwriting. Before I can ponder it further, a sharp chill runs down my spine. Something's watching me. Don't talk to me or my son ever again, literally. Silence bottoms! I quickly set the note back, my eyes darting around the wooden deck, but it's still empty. Finally, I look towards the sea spring. That stillness hides something deeper. Something wrong. Hey. I spin around and come face to face with a pack of soulless. You know what? Say goodbye to the old mic because I'm going to eat it. They chitter and growl, tendrils and spikes flaring threateningly, all different sizes and species sharing one identical trait, glowing crimson eyes. I try to back away, but my heel teeters over the sea spring. I'm cornered. Watch your step. It's deeper than it looks. That voice again. At the sound of it, the soulless freeze. Their snarls quieting. I search for the voice's source and find it above me, lounging in the rafters. My man, my man, my man. Oh, how I've missed you. You look lost, little sparrow. His gaze is a violent crimson, one that sears through me, leaving me feeling raw and exposed. They're the same eyes I've seen over and over, first with Iris, now with the soulless circling me, all bound by the sea spring's blood red. In the shroud of darkness behind him, shapes like massive tentacles twist and coil around the wooden beams. I can't focus. The soulless' growls ring in my ears. They're not advancing, but that could change at any second. Panic rises in my throat as I struggle to track them. Hey. Sorry. Eyes on me. My stomach rolls as I tear my eyes away from the soulless. Don't ignore someone who's talking to you. It's not polite. For a moment, anger knocks my fear aside. Who is this bastard? I look right into his unnerving eyes and hold his gaze defiantly. Fuck you. Is that better? A crooked grin cracks across his face. We'll work on it. I love they give him this name. I scan the souls again. They really aren't attacking, and are posturing more than anything else. It's as if they're waiting for commands. Did you tame them? Power of the sea spring. They're hungry, so they might bite. You could give me a reason to stop them. How about I didn't do anything wrong? Trespassing. And that's punishable by death? He gives a non-committal shrug. Expecting mercy was your first mistake. Sorry. Not sorry, but yeah. Oh, thinking back to when I played this in 2023 and I was a full simp mode activated. I feel like that one video just like takes a deep inhale. Can't. My voice stops in my throat. This bastard's terse coolness is both infuriating and terrifying. I rack my brain for a way to diffuse the situation. I don't feel like he cares. But also this doesn't feel like it's just... I feel like being honest is better. Like this doesn't Okay, fine. I need help. I thought this sea spring could cure me somehow. My voice wavers pathetically. Honesty has never been my strong suit. He cants his head to the side, appraising me, but doesn't respond. I fidget nervously. I'm telling you I came here for help. Are you listening? Your hands. Alarm jolts through me. I hide my hands under my cloak. Show me. Why? Won't ask twice. With a sharp exhale, I reluctantly hold out my bandaged hands. Are you getting off on this? I forgot how much I love MC's dialogue with him. Unwrap them. He rushes to my face, and fire to my tongue. I should give him a piece of my mind, but not when his souls are one command away from ripping me to shreds. Yet no matter how much I will myself to move, my body stays frozen in place. I stand there for a long, agonizing minute. My hands are trembling when I finally raise them. I know the skin beneath the wrappings all too well, the hideous, unnatural flesh I've grown to despise. I grip the end of my bandages. Stop. I'm sorry. That image of him is so... just... it's so... He's so... He's just so... Like, he's so... he's so... He's just... He's so... He's... Not y'all actually DMing right now. That's a mess. He's just, he's so... He... You missed, like, the best... You missed, like, the best interaction. Nate, you're just gonna be proving that you're rage baitable, because I feel like Wooby could easily say something to rage bait you. Yeah. He's just... Okay, I'm okay. I can continue. I want to finish. 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 Okay. I'm gonna see him on screen. I'm gonna lose it. I'm just gonna say it ahead of time. I'm just Okay, I'm sorry. Before we do that, I just want to look back at the portrait. I want to look back at the I can't talk. I want to look back at this one more time. Okay, sorry. I just needed a minute. Okay. He's very pretty. He's so pretty. Oh my gosh. With a weary sigh, the man slides off the beam and lands with a thud that shakes the panel underfoot. That's my color scheme. Remember, this is what I was saying. This is why I was thinking aesthetically. I was thinking that, like, you might like Ace. And it makes, like, yeah, that's why I was going off of, like, color scheme wise and stuff like that. He is not a bottom at all. I'll tell you right now. don't care what this sus stuff is going on with this man. I want it. Unfortunately, I need all that. I don't care what sus stuff he got going on. Unfortunately, I need all that. He's a monster, tall and imposing, with a presence that commands the room like gravity. Lantern light sculpts his face in sharp, unforgiving lines. Subtle clinks of metal accompany each of his footsteps. The closer he gets to me, the faster my heart hitches. What does he want? Is he gonna kill me? I step backwards and find nothing to set my foot on. I'd forgotten my back was to the sea spring. I fall right before a warm hand catches my lower back. I'm hovering over the sea spring, the scent of smoke and leather enveloping me. I'm trying so hard to be contained because it's getting late. I think out of everyone, he might be one of the straightforward ones. Yeah, he's not really like... He's got sus stuff going on, but like he's not really like trying to hide it, you know? Wait, did they pull that K-drama catch you trope? Probably, yeah. I don't know if they'll give this a CG and stuff. E. That's how it feels. Just E. Blazing eyes bore into mine. Told you to watch your step. I'm too stunned to muster a response. Like I weigh nothing, he guides me back to solid ground. Following a subtle gesture from his fingers, the soulless around us disperse and relax. The shift in their demeanor is so abrupt it gives me whiplash. The enormous tentacles are no longer in the rafters, though now I doubt I ever saw them at all. Either way, I let out a breath of relief. Thanks. As focused on me as he was before, the monster pays no attention to me. His music. I'm sorry. Y'all, I gotta turn it up for this one. You have to hear it. You just have to. And then I'll turn it back down. But you have to. Just... It's so... It's so him, you know? The bass in this song is so nice. It's not too much. It's just so him. It's so good. I remember when I first played this game, I like sat on this screen for a little while. Oh my god, I love it so much. I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him. Unfortunately, I need all of that. His music is so good. Ugh. He kicks some seating pillows out of the walkways, checks the contents of the kettle with a scowl. The sudden disregard is almost insulting. So that's it? I'm not a threat anymore? Never were one. Then why'd you threaten me? People get honest when they're afraid. In other words, he was messing with me. I drag a hand over my face, exhausted by the fact that this is the second time a monster has provoked me today. You're Ace, aren't you? Depends who's asking. One of your friends told me this was your territory. She also said you were a gang leader. But there's no one else here. I thought there'd be more people. Ace picks up the kettle, walks to the edge of the sea spring, and dumps the contents into the endless red. They took a walk. Oh my god, his smile is so fake. Izzy's can let loose a little. Just made me think of... I can let loose a little as a treat. His pleasant smile stretches ear to ear. Then in an instant, it drops. I get the sense that I shouldn't ask about that again. Did you see the way... Please tell me you see the way he just... It's just... Ugh. It's so fake. Then in an instant, it drops. I get the sense that I shouldn't ask about that again. You said you came here for help. Depends. Can a sea spring cure a curse? Probably. You mean you don't know? Nope. He shakes out the empty kettle and starts collecting stray cups, tidying up. My frustration builds. I narrow my eyes at him in a questioning glare. When he notices, he returns with an amused smirk. Oh my god. Y'all, it's over for me. When this game fully comes out, I am going to, like... I'm never gonna be the same. But, like, I don't know if I should stream this game, because I am afraid of the person that I am going to become when this full game is out and Ace's story is fully playable. I'm, like, fully terrified of who I'm going to become. When he notices, he returns with an amused smirk. Are you being irritating on purpose? Listen, Sparrow. The sea spring can cure anything. Nothing's stopping you from trying it yourself. What do I have to do? Drink. I have to drink from the sea spring? My eyes glide to the blood-like pool beside us. The idea of ingesting the liquid makes my guts churn. It's not as if I'm averse to elixirs or decoctions. I've made my fair share of them, but one misstep and you can easily meet with a fate worse than death. Is there a price? Always. Ace taps his temple with a finger. You lose it a little bit. That's it? Might have already beat it to the punch. My humor earns me an amused fang grin. This is a little different. When you drink from the sea spring, you forget who you are. Your mind combines with everyone who ever drank before. Humans, monsters, soulless. One big happy family in your head. My blood runs cold. I've heard of those before. Group minds. Some legends suggest that independent minds can be physically linked together through a strong enough catalyst. It's never been done before. But something tells me this is real, even if one thing doesn't add up. Your eyes are red too, but you obviously haven't forgotten who you are. Before I can finish my sentence, Ace strides past me towards the entrance. Time's up. Let's finish this later. Wait, already? You barely told me anything. Come on, it came on a bad day. I've got somewhere to be. There's still so many questions burning on the tip of my tongue, but my frustration spills out before I can ask any of them. I was told to come here for help, but instead I get threatened and kicked out. You're joking, right? Watch your tone. I'm nice, but you don't want to ruin the host's mood. My skin prickles. The feeling of being watched washes over me. My eyes dart back over to the sea spring. A lone ripple dances on the quiet surface. I take Ace's advice and clamp my mouth shut. Princess! Princess! Ace approaches a nearby solace, a lanky dog-like one with 6 legs and a crown of tendrils. Several sets of red eyes adorn its sides. Its forked tail wags rapidly when Ace squats beside it. He runs his fingers through the tendrils, scratching its chin and pats his head. A gentle smile plays across Ace's lips. The affection he holds for the souls is painfully clear. I dip my eyes away, my stomach fluttering at the tender sight. It's getting dark out, so this pretty girl will guide you back. Following a short whistle from Ace's lips, it trots over to the entrance, obediently, tail swaying. Princess! If any of you were there at the like past stream where I was talking about Touchstarved and showed off the dog that Ace has, basically, the dog monster, it's Princess. This is Princess. I can't wait for them to have like the actual sprite art for her, like on the thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so excited. I watched the Solus wearily. Pretty is not a word I would use to describe it, and the idea of it protecting me sounds absurd. If I decide to drink, how do I find you? Find someone with eyes like mine. They'll point you in the right direction. But think it over. Once you drink, you can't go back. It's a lot to process, but I give a small nod. At least I know I have another option for a cure, as disturbing as it may be. I follow the Solus at a measured distance and watch it nudge the giant doors open with ease. When I'm about to cross the threshold, I sneak one last glance behind me. My heart skips when I meet Ace's eyes. I'm about to snap my head away, but he just flashes me an easy smile. Till next time, Sparrow, I'll buy you a drink for scaring you. I don't trust myself to do anything but respond with another curt nod. Oh my god. Ugh. He's so hot. Literally that meme, just he's so hot. Ugh. Okay. Did you say he has the Sharingan? Me looking at that, like, and processing it, actually. It's like, did you just say he has the Sharingan? Oh my god. Ugh, I can't. I love him. The person I'm going to become when this game comes out because of Ace alone is going to be something that the world is not ready for. Outside, more crimson-eyed soulless scuttle about. It's hard to believe it's the same threatening pack from before. They chase each other in circles, roll around in the bog's mud. They pay no attention to me as the dog-like one escorts me away. It's an uneventful trip. Sometimes the soulless looks over its shoulder at me to make sure I'm still following. Dusk darkens the sky by the time we reach the city. The Solus sits, canting its head at me with familiar crimson eyes. Hee hee, I love Princess. As nervous as I am, I carefully glide my fingers through the Solus's tendrils and scratch behind its chin just like Ace had. It pushes into my palm in response, rumbling with a sound akin to a purr. The vibrations are soothing, almost therapeutic. See, emotional support, Solus! Emotional support, Princess. When it's satisfied, the Solus spins around and scampers back in the direction we came, vanishing into the darkness. I've just arrived in Iridia, but I've already encountered so many things I'd thought were impossible. Tamed Solus being one of them. My head spins. Maybe I should call it a day. Alright, well, we got through basically all the demo. I don't know if I'll do the individual paths, because this basically branches off into individual paths. After this, like, it gives you like a little... Oh, Jesus, that scared me. It gives you like a little individual type thing. Of like, oh, you know, like one of those, like, who do you want to spend time with things. But I probably will just wrap up when I get to the marker of the common route. Nightfall creeps across the streets of Iridia. The city sounds like a eatery. The city, labyrinthine even in daytime, has become a warren of treacherous alleyways. Sounds like an eatery. The streets are completely deserted. If I hadn't been here earlier, I would have thought this part of the city abandoned. My steps slow and I hear rustling in the dark. I strain my ears, but everything is still. Is the silence playing tricks on me? No, something is wrong. The fine hairs on on the back of my neck prickle. A first of discomfort running down my spine. Something is wrong. Something just happened. My eyes dart from one side to the street to the other, searching for movement, but the shadows are as deep and dark as pools of ink. I can't stay here. I need to reach a busier part of the city. Drawing my cloak tighter around my body, I hurry. Though I keep my eyes sharp and listen intently, there's only the sound of my own footsteps. As the moments pass and nothing happens, I begin to wonder if I really did imagine that noise. Hello, Shu. We're gonna wrap up soon. We're doing the last little part of the demo. How are you, Shu? I turn the next corner and my thoughts come screaming to a halt. My head spins. The world's blurring as adrenaline rushes through my veins. Only one thing is clear amidst the haze. Monster! Fucking ugly, amazing looking monster. The soulless that attacked the caravan. It's crouched over a dark, indistinct shape, a body, a garland of... Oh, garland of intestines. Delightful. Holding my breath, I take a step backwards. Shiny hunting Charmander. Oh, good luck. Don't abate. I take another and then another. Then a shard of glass crunches under my heel. The world slows to a crawl as the soulless raises its head, blood dripping from its tendrils. Every single one of its sulphurous, bulging eyes fixed unblinkingly on me. It's really here. It's come back for me. We need to leave! I'm off like a shot, running for my life through the darkened streets. Behind me, a piercing bass splits the silence, and heavy footfalls pound after me. My heart thunders in my chest. I take turns at random trying to lose the souls in the maze of streets, but I can't seem to shake it. I can hear its breathing now, a wet fluttering rasp growing closer and closer. We need to leave. The same claws that sever my arms swipe out. I duck safe by pure reflex and skid around a corner only to freeze. A wall twice as high as me bars my way, a dead end. Behind me the soulless looms. It's enormous, taking up nearly the entire width of the alleyway. Its long claw-tipped limbs give it the advantage of reach. Fighting back is not a good idea. There's no way. But also, we can't really escape if it takes up the width of the alleyway. I should save. What are my old saves like? Oh, they're so old. I'll just overwrite the one that's here. As the soulless prowls closer, my eyes dart from side to side looking for escape. The soulless is blocking the obvious way out, but right behind me there's a rickety door that must lead into the adjoining building if I can get inside. I whirl, grabbing at the handle. It turns completely, the hinges creaking as I push, and I feel a flash of hope before a weight hits the door from the other side and slams it shut. The click of the lock turning is grimly final. In this wretched world, few people will stick their neck out to help their own flesh and blood, never mind a stranger. The soulless gives a rasping hiss. It's the only warning I get before it lunges for me. I hurl myself to the side, but the slick of cobblestone betray me. I fall sprawling over the rough stone. As the soulless looms over me, I scramble away from it until my back hits the wall. There's nowhere left to go. We didn't die! The impact never comes. Min! I rarely crack one eye open, then the other, not sure whether I should believe what I'm seeing. A hooded figure crouches in front of me, one blood-stained hand outstretched. Min! Moonlight silvers the edge of their stiletto knife. Their face and hands are splattered with blood, and the soulless. My eyes dart past my unexpected rescuer to the misshapen form behind them. The soulless's many eyes, once restless and vibrant, now look dull and waxy. a red pool spreading slowly from under its body. Numb with shock, I can't help but stare. After all the people it's killed, after nearly killing me twice, I can hardly believe it's dead. Well? I gingerly take the offered hand. Hunter's gaze dips to my bandages. Pale lips part on the brink of a question, then close again. With the strength belying their slight frame, they pull me upright. I can feel the tension in their grip. Their fingers tremble like they want to pull away. It's a sensation I'm all too familiar with myself. Despite their obvious discomfort, they pause for a moment, pale eyes sweeping over me. Not going to fall? When I shake my head, they hastily let go and back off, wiping the blood from their face and hands. Min! I love Min. Min is such a pretty design. The hunter turns away from me, the heel of their boot hitting the soul's gangly body. They lean over it, studying it intently. With their back to me, I realize that their hooded silhouette is familiar. I saw them outside the cenobium. Vestigial or functional. I'm startled in my thoughts when they speak, but they aren't looking at me. Can't all be processed in the brain. They are... Min is examining. I gotta call it a night. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Wooby. You have a good night. I'm probably gonna wrap up too after we have the encounter with Min. I could do the ending part, but like it's basically once you get past the common round, it's over. So I'll just do the remaining dialogue of Min's encounter and the little like bar encounter. Probably call it a night. It's getting late. Have a good night, Wooby. In fact, I don't think they're talking to me at all. It sounded like they're trying to figure out how the Solus was able to process input from so many eyes at once. I can't say I expected to be rescued by someone who seems more than passingly familiar with neurology. I used to sit and talk with my teacher for hours. It's all too easy for me to slip back into that old habit. What if it is a distributed nervous system? They nod absently, still engrossed in their examination. Possible, or maybe the sensory input from the additional eyes is rudimentary. Do you think they only track motion? They cut themselves off so sharply. I could practically hear their brain catching up to their mouth. They whip around, wide eyes landing on me. Sorry, did I say something wrong? No, I just didn't expect. It's been a while since I've had someone answer, that's all. They clear their throats, straightening up. Most people would have run off by now. So, did you need something? It doesn't seem like they're interested in discussing that Solus' nervous system any further. Too bad, they almost seemed approachable. I wanted to thank you. They stare at me through their lips. Though their lips part, they seem to struggle to figure out what to say. Not used to hearing that? That hint of uncertainty almost vanishes under their scowl. Almost. You shouldn't need my help to begin with. What are you thinking traveling alone at night? This is far from the worst thing haunting Glowtown. I can't make heads or tails of them. First they save me and now they scold me. Lesson learned. I could do without the lecture though. To my surprise, they break eye contact. They frown, though their disapproval doesn't seem directed at me. If you're not going to run off screaming, you might as well wait until I'm done. Their attention glides back to the Solus corpse. They examine it with an inscrutable expression. I clear my throat to fill the silence. I'm Moon. Min. Suddenly Min tenses. Their blade flashes as they drop. Oh! Sorry about that. Mama Moon came to talk to me. I was like, oh. Suddenly, Min tenses. Their blade flashes as they drive it into the base of the Solus' skull, right between the cervical vertebrae. The Solus thrashes once, letting out a rattling hiss as the air leaves its lungs. Min leans on the blade, driving it deeper and deeper until there's a sickening crunch, and the creature goes limp. My heart thuds in my chest. It must have been clinging to life by a thread. Min strains up, withdrawing their blade in a single smooth motion. Better to put wretched things like this out of their misery. They calmly clean the blood from their knife. Min struck the creature with surgical precision. Their quick, clean movements remind me of my dissection lessons, but I've never seen that kind of knowledge used to kill before. So he was like some sort of, like, he studied medicine, I feel like. I'm sorry, excuse me. They, don't want to misgender them. They've studied medicine. Are you some kind of scientist? Min stops mid-motion, lifting their head to stare at me. You know exactly where to strike. Have you studied anatomy or medicine? Not quite. Why is a soulless inside the city? Min looks at me, eyes searching before realization dawns. You're new here. There's no walls around the city. Soulless can come and go as they please until someone is contracted to stop them. The Cenobium's patrols don't bother to protect Lowtown. Not anymore. Let me guess, you're not a fan of the Cenobium? I wouldn't go that far. Either way, it looks like I owe you. Min's brow abruptly furrows and they sheathe their knife, motioning for me to follow. It's not safe here. The vultures can smell death. I'm not quite sure what they mean, but I don't want to stay lost in this city. I trail behind them as they stride down the street. If it's so dangerous, then why are you helping me? I came for the bounty on that soulless, and you were in the way. Not killing you isn't the same as helping you. Don't count on being so lucky again, or you'll be dead by sunrise. Their answer is stingingly harsh. You know what? Fed up with their hot and cold attitude, I don't bother holding back anymore. Fine. I don't know why you dive in out of nowhere to kill some dangerous soulless, then be rude to the person you helped, but go right ahead. Min blinks, staring at me like my head just spun around my neck. They open their mouth and close it, looking uncertain. I forge onward, gathering steam. I was just trying to get back to my lodgings. How was I supposed to know there'd be dangerous soulless hunting in the streets? You don't have to be an asshole about it. You're not as spineless as you look. They sigh and shake their head. It's too dangerous at this hour. I'll take you to wherever you're staying. After all that, the offer catches me off guard. When they realize I'm staring, they look away with a huff. You aren't wrong, and it'll be faster if I take you there myself. I have room at the wet wick. At the name, Min's face falls. That gaudy cesspit! Not a fan? It's full of drinks and idiots. What do you think? True, it doesn't seem like their kind of place. Well, that's where I'm staying. Are you taking back your offer? Min exhales sharply and shakes their head. This way. Min's route is completely different from my slow early morning meandering. Their steps are swift and sure, even though all the streets blur together in the dark. You know the city pretty well. I grew up here. I think that's the first thing they told me voluntarily since we met. Was it always like this? Min's gaze wanders, dragging along the dingy buildings. I struggle to decipher their expression. Regret? No, Iridia was never perfect, but it used to be a place worth living in. I can't make heads or tails of Min's answer. Iridia is the last bastion of humanity in this wasteland. Where else is worth living? The Wetwick's not much farther now. In no time at all, the shadowy alleyways of Lowtown give way to brightly lit avenues and crowds of lively people. We are almost done. We've met all the peoples. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Okay. This is... Oops! It says, if half the city is poured into the Amaryllis district's colorful streets, laughter, clinking glasses, and music assault my ears from every direction. Yet most of the noise comes from the Wetwick. Its doors hang wide open, bright lanterns frame a tall and familiar figure. Oh, Slay Man is back. Moon and Min, I see. Oh, he probably studied from Cross, probably. Maybe. It's hard to say which of us is more surprised. Everyone's just surprised Pikachu. You know each other? Min is a freelancer who has done a few errands for me. They're quite reliable. A freelance who wields a dagger like a scalpel? There must be more to that story. Though I can't say I remember you ever escorting travelers. Moon nearly walked into the jaws of a soulless. I thought bringing her here would be less trouble. Ah, if you're staying here, I take it Leander was able to help you? As it happens, I was also headed in that direction. Shall we? Ugh, fine. He still owes me for yesterday's work. Min drags their feet, reluctantly trailing me into the tavern. We're safe and didn't die. As soon as the doors open, a wave of sticky rolls over me. In the hour since I left, the wick has grown suffocatingly crowded. Cross stands a head taller than most. Even so, I nearly lose sight of him amid the sea of swarming bodies. Pardon me. As if on cue, the crowd parts. Cross glanced over his shoulder at Min and me before gliding through. How can anyone breathe in here? Min falls at a clipped pace. There he is! Sus man. Behind the bar, Leander holds a pair of shot glasses burning with luminous green liquid. And now for the finishing touch. A flash of magic paints the glasses white with frost. You'll never guess what's in these. He slides the glasses across the counter and I get my third and fourth shots of the evening in rapid succession. Ace leans against the bar, an elbow propped on the counter. He catches the glass and lifts one to the light before turning it upside down. The contents magically congealed, stay firmly in place. You're supposed to make drinks, pretty boy. Don't tell me you're wasted already. Vare, perched on the counter beside Ace, looks at the shot glass and shakes his head. What have we here? A bucket full of boogers? Leander's nose treasure? You've eaten worse. Damn! Vare's lips twitch and his ears flatten when offered a glass. Ace snickers. Coward. Don't tell me you're actually... In one flow motion, Ace throws his head back and downs the shot. Drinking that. Eric look crosses Ace's face. It's chewy. Chewy? Wait, let me try again. He looked like, ew. He's like, ew. Behind me, Min grumbles. I told you this place was a nest of degenerates. If it isn't Karos and Min. At the sound of Leander's voice, Min's pale eyes grow wide. They look ready to bolt until Karos sets a hand on their shoulder. This will not take long, I promise. Min's eyes dart from Karos' hand to his face, then soften. Fine, you first. While they step forward, I linger behind, struck by a sudden revelation. All of the people I've met recently know each other. Good evening, Leander. Ace. Another drinking competition, I presume. Is it evening already? Just some friendly rivalry, Doctor. No need to be alarmed. Karos acknowledges Leander and Ace with a slight nod, ignoring Vare entirely. Not that Vare seems to mind. He tilts his head, lips curling into an impish smile when he spots Min brooding behind Karos. I almost didn't see you there, Min. Looking for your booster seat. Min pushes their hood back and levels Vare with a cool look. I thought pets weren't allowed in here. The hate is palpable. Vare's eyes narrow. At the first time of an impending fight, Leander vaults over the counter. Let's try and keep the peace. It's not every day the esteemed doctor takes us up on a drink. You are finally taking me up on that drink, right? I'm afraid not. We were merely escorting Moon back to her lodgings. It's been too long, everyone. You know, no, it's like we all know her. Hi again. Again. Again? You've met? Oh, I must pause. I have to get food. Mama's Moon is bringing me food. Mama Moon to rescue with nourishment, yes. And it's all the boys, yes. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna wrap up after this thing. This group scene. Because the rest of it is basically just like you get to pick one of them to spend time with. Basically, it's like the who do you want to spend time with type thing. And I could do that, but it's getting kind of late. So if I had started a little earlier, I might have walked through all of the the routes. Like, I would have done all the routes, but I think it's getting a little late, so I think I'll just wrap up after we do the big group cutscene. Ace and Vare regard me with subtly amused expressions. We did, not that long ago either. To think we'd cross paths again, it must be fate. I roll my eyes, Vare looks far too pleased with himself. We got our 4 he hims and 1 they them. Okay, but Min's pants, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take myself off the screen real quick. They look at these pants. I just didn't want to be in the way. Look at the side, like the side, like the crosses, the crisscrosses. That is so slay. I love that. That is so good. This calls for drinks. I'm buying. All eyes turn to Leander, freeing me from the burden of attention. I still can't believe they all know each other. Watching them talk among themselves is surreal. But for the first time since I undertook the journey to Riddy, I feel a faint glimmer of hope. I know I was meant to meet them. The low, pleasant rumble of Leander's laughter pulls me from my restless thoughts. I've got to admit, I'm surprised you make friends fast, Moon. I wouldn't go that far. We're more like acquaintances. I don't know if we're on that kind of level yet. A wise man once said that acquaintances are merely friends you haven't shared a drink with yet. A wise man, you said that here last week. Min's lips curl with distaste, but Leander continues unperturbed. Let's toast to Moon's health. Care to join in, Doctor? Cross politely declines the wave of his hand. How about you, Min? No. Are you? No. Min is like, stop talking to me. Just, Min, no. Don't talk to me. A resounding pop pierces the din of the bar. We all turn to find the bartender pouring champagne from an old bottle. Its label worn blank. He hands the drink to Vare. When did they start serving champagne here? Vare pauses to lick the foam from his fingers with a coy smile. You don't mind, do you? In a blink, the concern on Leander's face vanishes. No, be my guest. I just like Min was just like, no. No, don't talk to me. While chuckling, Leander shoots the bartender a questioning look. Completely disinterested in his company, Ace cants his head at me with a light smile. How about you, Sparrow? I did say I'd buy you a drink. No, my treat. No. Ace regards Leander over the rim of his glass. In the dim light, the glint in his eyes looks downright dangerous. He almost looked like, I said I would buy them a drink, don't buy them a drink. What'll it be? I'm not drinking, so... Water's fine. Allow me. If they ever, like, in the full game, keep giving me offers to drink water, I'm just gonna click it and see if anything... I just want to click it to just keep drinking water. I just want to know, like, I doubt it's like an achievement. I just want to keep clicking, like, no, water. Leander pushes away from the counter to flag down the bartender. Min and Grouse drift toward one end of the bar. Both seem eager to leave at a moment's notice, and neither has ordered anything. Ace and Vare linger. Several glasses stand empty between them, and the two show no signs of slowing down. Hydration station! Literally. I'll stay with them. I like you can pick. This is like where like things really diverge. Ace's eyes meet mine, a flash of red. He gives a smile that's too wide to be reassuring. Don't worry, Leander's more likely to slip poison into my drink than yours. Excuse me? Considers his cup a tumbler of amber-colored whiskey. Leander's tried to kill me 12 times by now. It's always a gamble. Vare looks my way with a half-lit gaze, softened by his third glass of champagne. If I were you, I wouldn't let Leander put anything in my mouth. Oh God, Vare, why? Damn. Well, alright then. He grins, revealing the sharp white tips of his fangs. The Wetwig is one of Iridia's finest drinking establishments. Allow us to treat you to the best the city has to offer. May I interest you in the signature watered-down drink, or perhaps some stale nut leather? Gestures at a chipped ceramic bowl filled with spindly speckled jerky. That I can only assume is... I love that this place is called the Wetwick, and it has something called nut leather. Like, what's going on, devs? What is with the food in this city? If this place is as foul as you say, how come it's completely packed? It's not all bad. Depending on the day, the food's edible. I can't. Gotta stick around for the real attractions, though. Oh my god, I love both of them. Like, they're dynamic. Alright, everyone, let's toast. May Moon's stay in Iridia be full of bright adventures and discoveries. For a minute, you might almost forget this is a horror, like, a gothic horror, like, visual novel with his energy. Water. Gradually, the din of the crowd bar fades to low murmurings. I find myself relaxing for what feels like the first time in years. Aren't you a popular one, Moon? You must have met Cross first. It would be more accurate to say that I found her. He saved my life. I merely performed my duty as a doctor. Although I'll admit I was confused when I woke up naked. Not her saying that out of context. By the way, I woke up naked. Oh, everyone. Oh! It's not what you think. Moon was in grave condition. I could hardly treat such injuries through tattered clothes. The silence that follows stretches uncomfortably long. I look away, unable to face Cross's disappointment, and catch Vare snickering behind his hand. That's my cue to change the topic. Literally. Cross isn't the only one who saved me today. Don't you listen? I didn't save you. You were simply there. That's Min for you. Leander reaches for Min, but they duck under his arm with practiced ease. As reliable as they are moody. You're one to talk. You neglected to warn her to stay off the streets at night. What? Of course I warned her. I think. Min's only response is a short breath. At any rate, I never got a chance to thank you, Min. Don't. The less souls alive, the better. Min's eyes flick towards Ace, and their lips twist. Ace is too busy nodding along to Vare's enthusiastic pantomime of stabbing to notice. I've had enough of this hellhole. Let's go. Min and Cross share a brief look, then the doctor speaks up. Very well, but there's something that I must discuss with Leander, if you'll excuse us. And just like that, the three of them depart, leaving me alone to sip my water in silence. Or so I think, until I hear a voice so soft and low it's practically a purr. Lost your tour guide? I turn to find two pairs of slit eyes trained on me. It's not lost on me that Ace and Vare chose to pounce the instant the others left. Of course I'd be stuck with the two most irritating people I've met all day. Monsters or not, there's no telling what I'll do if either of them push me again. Don't tell me Leander already snuck out back to... Oh my god! I can't even read it! Vare! Oh my god, he's such a slut! Oh my god. Literal whore. He's got business with Cross and Min. 2-on-1 business, huh? Lucky. I can't tell if it's the champagne or the company, but Vare's grown noticeably more relaxed. He sits with his chin propped on the back of his hand. His tail sways lazily. Why are you so far away? Come join us. He pats the empty bar stool beside Ace, but I hesitate. The smile Vera wears is sweet and distinctly sly, and with drinks in the mix, I dread how he and Ace will mess with me next. We don't bite. I'm not so sure about that. He already tried to rob me, and you threatened me. Me? Steal? You must be mistaken. You sure it was me? Yes, it was you. And then you had the gall to kick me out so you could go drinking. Ace gives another one of his shrugs. He's like, whatever. Had to give you a reason to come looking. Miss me already. Hee hee. I stared him flatly, unimpressed by his deflection. Bear suddenly leans towards me, gossamer sleeves pooling where he rests his elbows on his knees. Ace sets his hand on Bear's waist, narrowly preventing him from tipping off the counter. I'm afraid we got off on the wrong foot. How about we start fresh, Begin with proper introductions and whatnot. I'll start. Yeah, that's me. That's how I feel. Just hee hee hee. The name's Ver. I'm a soulless hunter of no small renown. Ver's hand flutters to his chest and he bows his head, flinching when hair falls over his eyes. Ace doesn't say anything, so I suppose it's my turn. I like it. Ace would just not say anything. It's Moon. Ver considers me for a long moment, his tail idly swaying behind him. Then he knocks back the rest of his champagne. It's a pleasure to formally meet you, Moon. He says my name slowly and deliberately, savoring every syllable. A tingle jumps down my spine. I quickly turn my gaze away. He's like, no, stay back. It's Wooby's stay back slut gif. He smirks at my reaction. Is something funny? No. I opened my mouth and closed it just as ridiculously. They want me to react, goading me into another ridiculous game. While their sharp cat-like eyes keep me on edge, something about this tension is fun. It must be the fatigue. Stay back, slut. A flash of white over Ace's shoulder catches my eye. Across the bar, Cross heads for the door. I don't see Leander or Min, but it feels wrong to let the doctor leave without saying goodbye. I'll be back. Hare grins and waves at me as I leave. I have chips. I was gonna say I have chips, but I couldn't because I had to crunch on the chip first. Okay. I slipped through the crowd. What kind of chip? I got Lay's barbecue. Yes. Lay's barbecue is very good. I slip through the crowd, careful not to touch anyone, but just as I'm nearing Cross, I stagger, shoulder checked by a man with a neck twice as wide as his head. He stares down at me, nostrils flaring. Out of my way, shit stain. Asshole. I mutter while massaging my throbbing elbow. The lowlife wheels around, shoving an adder out of the way so he can close in on me. What did you say? He shoves me backwards, sending me stumbling to the sticky floor. I'm fine, but my heart leaps in my throat when I see him bearing down on me. You trying to start something here? The lowlife freezes, his fist caught back. A group of adders circle him, sizing him up. For what feels like an agonizingly long time, the lowlife looks from me to the adders. Finally, he sniffs and spits on the floor next to me, the one narrowly missing my cheek. Screw it, too many freaks in this circus tonight. He turns his back on me. Oh, hello. And comes face to face with Ace. He gives the lowlife a dangerous smile. You'll do. What happens next is a blur. Ace's fist crashes into the man's jaw, causing a frenzy of gasps, shouts, and even cheers. I scramble to my feet as the frantic crowd swarms around me. Through the ruckus, I hear Leander shouting, "Take it outside, Ace!" Everyone drinks on me. I love that he doesn't condone, or like he's not like scolding Ace for violence. He's just like, take it outside if you're gonna go beat somebody up. That's so funny. Just like, anyway, check that outside. The ring around me disperses as adders and onlookers rush toward the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch glimpses of familiar faces. Ace vanishes out back, dragging the lowlife behind him. Karas lingers near the door, searching, I suspect, for any wounded before he departs. Min draws their hood up tight as they duck out a side door, while Vera leans over the counter to swipe a glass of wine from behind the bar. And Leander, seated at the opposite end of the bar, gestures dramatically and apologizes at the bartender. And apologetically. Excuse me. In a heartbeat, I realize that there's no telling when or if I'll see any of them ever again. We made it to the end! Because after that, you just pick somebody to talk to and it gives you like an extra... It gives you extra dialogue. Yippee! I could do, like, one of them, but I kind of feel like it's getting really late, so, like... But basically, like, this is just you getting to choose who do you want to spend time with. You get more interactions and stuff like that. And then the demo ends and it tells you, like, you played through the prologue. With the little beginning parts to meet everybody and stuff. It's just such a really good visual novel with really captivating, like, character, world setting, dialogue, like, making the MC very, like, sarcastic and sometimes witty, and then having, like, the nerve, or, like, not the nerve, but, like, having the confidence to, like, be able to snap back instead of just letting people talk to them however they want. I love that stuff. All the encounters are really good. I'd say Ace and Leander's are probably my favorite. But Karas is also really fun. They're all really good. I can't wait for this full game to come out. There's going to be early access to Chapter 1 really soon for Kickstarter backers. Points itself. Your girlie is going to be in the credits, special thanks. And I'm very excited. I'm going to be in the credits special thanks at the when the full game is out. And I was like, yippee! But we have reached the end. Thank you for hanging out with me today as I play this really, like, you know, this was just really chill. I am probably going to now head off so I can take a little, you know, wind down time. But this was really fun. I'm glad I got to share this with you guys because I just really love this game. Again, I backed it on Kickstarter. Like, I fully believe in, like, how great this is, and the team and the studio that's making it is really cool. And I can't wait to see, like, the full game eventually. It's a really great game. Real quick. I don't think I can go back. I don't know if I can go back that far. I'll put this here for now. Oh, not load, I meant save. Put this here. I see a lot of really good things about this, so I can't wait to see what happens. I genuinely, Desi, you know, I was talking about it earlier. I was like, I don't think I can play this game on stream because I'm afraid of the person I'm gonna become. I wanted to put it like on the picture of them. Yeah. I wanted to put it on the picture of them. I'm afraid of the person I'm going to become when this game comes out. Because not like we saw that with Monito. Listen, Desi, you should watch the VOD for this and see when Ace showed up. You should see when Ace showed up, okay? It was similar. He is so he is my favorite. He gives, like, I love the sassy banter. Like, he gives, you know, that kind of banter you get from, like, enemies to lovers, like, trope, like, of that trope with certain characters and stuff like this. I don't think that we're gonna be enemies to lovers with him like that, but, like, it just gives that same vibe of, like, the sarcastic banter and, like, the you get on my nerves type thing, but he enjoys the fact that he can get under our skin, like, and be annoying and stuff like that. So then he's really smug about it. I just love banter like that. Yeah, the push and pull. It's just like he knows that he could get on our nerves and is enjoying the fact that he gets on our nerves. But he does it in a really like what's the word? Like, he's very chill. He's very mellow. And he flirts in a way that's also very mellow and stuff like that. Like, it's just very good. I love his character. How they wrote him is really good. How they wrote everybody is really good, because I'm really intrigued in all of them, even when I can't stand him. But I like all of them. Like, I'm so curious about all of them, like, and where their stories go and, like, origin, if they're going to give us any backstory and stuff. Like, I'm very curious. But Ace is very much, like, that is my type of character that I enjoy. He is very, very good. But also, again, all of them are very, very good. I'm very excited. Also, canonical they, them character, which makes me happy. I'm still happy about canonical they, them character. That makes me very pleased. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I just be yapping about the game. I don't think there's anyone really live right now that I could raid. We'll see. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and head out. I'm okay. I'll try and raid soon. I want to get back into the habit of raiding people that are like, do, like, you know, what do you call it? Like, just random raids where you go towards, like, people, you know, that maybe are playing the same game or something like that. Discover some new people. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good night. Same goes for everybody else. Let me put on some music real quick, just so that, because when I tab out of the game, it goes silent. Alrighty. On that note, I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. If I'm good, I should be on tomorrow. If not, I will be there on Wednesday because Mega Dimensions for Pokemon ZA. So, you will see me for Mega Dimensions, that's for sure. But thank you for hanging out. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.